What? Can you help me? The noise is loud. But talk, that's never won a game. A swing and a miss, he struck him out. But staying on top, that's the true battle. The rosters change, but the heart beats the same. The mission is still alive. This is lifted out to left field. You can't forget about it. This is well struck. It is hit deep out to left field. Good throw home. It's cut off. It's a tie game. A shot at number 3. 2-2. This is thrown to left field. It's going to win the ball game. On behalf of everyone with the Norwich Sea Unicorns, SNSM Sports, I'm Adam Plager saying so long and good night. Norwich Sea Unicorn baseball is on the air from Dodd Stadium. The Sea Unicorns in a fight for a playoff race as they return home from a frustrating road trip to begin the week. Norwich dropping all 4 games to the Vermont Lake Monsters at Centennial Field. Norwich now back below 500. 2 games under 500, owning a record of 26 and 28. We take a look now at our updated Futures League playoff picture as we approach the final week of the regular season. Hard to imagine the season is flying by. Just 6 games remain after tonight's game with the Worcester Bravehearts. It's been Worcester's league all summer long. They have been atop the Futures League standings. They own a record of 39 and 15. Vermont in second. They've won 4 of their last 5 ball games, 8-2 over their last 10, 36 and 19. The record for Matt Fincher's group. Norwich still in 3rd place, but just a 1-game lead over the New Britain Bees. New Britain winners last night behind enemy lines. They took down the Lake Monsters 9-2, so just 1 game of separation between Norwich and New Britain. The 2 in-state foes, they'll see each other 2 more times here in the regular season. Home series August 7th and August 8th as we wind down the regular season. And the Nashua Silver Knights on the outside looking in. They own a record of 23 and 30, 7 games under 500. They are a game and a half behind the New Britain Bees for the 4th and final playoff spot. So plenty to play for Norwich. Looking for a big win here today against the Worcester Bravehearts. It would be just the 2nd win here at Dodd Stadium against Worcester here this summer. Norwich has been far better against Luke Beckstein's group at Fitton Field. So is their offense. But Norwich with an unbelievable offensive display here at Dodd Stadium. Last time these teams met, a 14-5 win over Worcester. Norwich looking for some more of the same here tonight. It's Matt Tabbett they'll send to the rubber. We'll take our first time out on the Norwich Sea Unicorns pregame show. On the other side, we'll take a look back at what went wrong in Vermont as Norwich looks to turn the ship around here tonight back at home. Stick with us. The Sea Unicorns pregame show presented by SCR Structures and Sheds continues right after the break.
If you're talking, they will hear you.
Why are we getting killed like this?
Kyle's not here. Got caught drinking beer in the park a couple of nights ago.
Really?
Yeah. 0 tolerance. He's out for the season.
Harsh.
Hey, he knew not to drink. We've made that clear to all of our kids, right?
No, not really.
Bill, if we don't tell them what we expect and why they shouldn't drink, how are they going to know?
Talk. They hear you. For more information, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Looking for the perfect shed? Come to SCR Structures and Sheds in North Franklin. Whether you're buying or renting to own, we've got you covered with 90 days, same as cash, and guaranteed price matching on any competitor's advertised shed of the same quality. That's scr-structures.com. That's SCR Structures and Sheds, built right, priced right here in North Franklin. scr-structures.com.
Welcome back to the Norwich Sea Unicorns pregame show. It's presented by SCR Structures and Sheds. Tough loss for Norwich in Vermont to begin the week. We rewind to Tuesday night. There was a Lake Monster team that just would not be denied. Norwich battled back throughout that game. We head into the fourth inning. Sea Unicorns were trailing 5-1 in that inning, and Jack Sweeney with a 2-run double. Sea Unicorns continuing to chip away. He ties the game at 5. Jack Sweeney has really come to life here since the All-Star break. He has been one of the clutch performers for Norwich, and again, Sea Unicorns take a 1 point and 8-5 lead. It doesn't last very long. The Lake Monsters, that time an RBI ground rule double down the right field line, would tie the game at 8. Norwich again just unable to hold on to leads. That was the story of the series between Norwich and Vermont. It had that playoff environment when these two teams got together early this week. Norwich reclaimed the lead in the top of the 9th inning. Charlie Wall slices a base hit into left field. Boy, has he been so clutch for Norwich all summer long. Plenty of great at-bats for the George Washington product. He has been incredible for Norwich. He gave Norwich a 9-8 lead. But once again, Vermont would not be stopped. They tie the game at 9. Bloop RBI base hit with 1 out in the bottom of the 9th would force extra innings. We would head to the 10th inning in a tie game at 9. That time, Sean McMillan, he's been so good for Vermont this summer. He forces extras, and Norwich continues to keep the offense rolling. They have been so good in Vermont. Jack Sweeney RBI base hit. That brings home Charlie Walsh. He was the automatic base runner in extra innings. The Unicorns would continue to add on a couple more runs here in extra innings. A 3-run top of the 10th inning. This one bounces out to the wall in left field. That would bring home another run. The Unicorns had now an 11-9 lead. Jack Sweeney comes home to scores. He says, "Let's go, boys. Let's keep the train rolling." And they do just that. Gabriel Rivera is able to sizzle that through the right side of the infield. The throw is not on time, and then Norwich gets hung up in between third and home. Cal Chance breaks for the plate. He pops the ball out of the mid of the backstop, and the Unicorns led 12-9. But once again, Vermont continuing to chip away. A 4-run 10th inning. That would walk it off. Sam Cavosa unloads the bases. RBI game-tying triple. Sam Cavosa, Sean McMillan have been the thorn in the side for Norwich all summer long. It would set up an opportunity for Cooper Berry. How about this bench for the Lake Monsters and their hot dog uniforms? They come all the way back and they win the game. Cooper Berry with the game-winning sac fly out to center field, and the Lake Monsters would trot home winners on Tuesday night. Tough loss for Norwich. They drop it 13-12, the final score. Then we would head into the suspended game. That had to still be completed. That was July 13th. Norwich took a 6-5 lead in the top of the 10th inning. But once again, the Vermont Lake Monsters here against Chillicothe. This would tie the game almost immediately. Well, it was first the error committed by the Norwich second baseman. You cannot gift this team extra base runners. Runners at the corners, Brian Richmond. This is what we call team-oriented baseball. Brian Richmond puts the team ahead of himself. Sack bunt ties the game, and this wins it. RBI base hit into left field. And the Lake Monsters walk off Norwich on back-to-back days. Another gut-wrenching defeat for Norwich. That would move Norwich back to 500 at 26-26. Lake Monsters celebrate 2 walk-off wins. And you felt like the turning point in the series came on Tuesday night when they came all the way back in the bottom of the 10th to win it. That really shifted the tide in the series. And then on Wednesday, the originally scheduled game. Norwich again, they would battle back to take a lead. Couple runs here in the top of the 7th inning. And this is what you have to like about Norwich. Non-stop pressure. 3 runs, they trailed 3-1. They come back to take a 4-3 lead, a 2-run double there by Chase Chaplin and the Norwich Sea Unicorns. Again, just finding ways. Jack Sweeney, he's been red hot for Norwich, continuing to make things happen. Sac fly out to left center field. This ties the game at 3. So again, Norwich passing the baton, quality at bats, and then right there, Antonio Ducatelli flips one out there into left field, and the Sea Unicorns have retaken the lead, 4-3. Again, a lot of hard work to get to this point in the ball game, and again, unfortunately, the Norwich bullpen just had no answers for the Vermont offense. And give the Lake Monster offense credit. They come right back with 2 runs against Cam Thomas, back-to-back singles, and then back-to-back walks by Thomas. He's dealt with the command troubles throughout the summer. This ties the game at 4. If you allow a team free base runners, right, the walks and the hit by pitches, you can't allow those. You would much rather prefer, and I think Cam Thomas would tell you, I'd rather them hit their way on against me than those walks. Those are game changers. And the Sea Unicorns drop it 6-4. The final following the series against the Lake Monsters. We caught up with the skipper, Kyle Dembrowski, on how the group will look to turn the page here tonight against the Worcester Bravehearts. For more on that, here's my conversation with the manager, Kyle Dembrowski.
I think that we had some challenging games. Things didn't go our way, so, we kind of just, sometimes when you take a dump, you just got to flush it, for lack of a better word. So, that's really all it is just flushing those 3-4 games from Vermont and just, attacking the game in front of us now.
Your team was certainly in plenty of those games, 2 extra inning losses. Frustrating losses, a tough pill to swallow, but how important is it for this group to be in those situations late in the season heading towards the playoffs?
Yeah, if you get walked off on it, means it was a tight game and you were in the game for a while. So obviously, a sour taste in the mouth walking away with 2 of those. But, at the same time, we're a resilient bunch. We're a relentless group, and things just didn't go our way. That's baseball sometimes. I don't really think that changes anything for us. We're still going to come out and be process-driven. Try to be aggressive early and attack every pitch, and whatever happens, happens.
As you said, time to turn the page. You'll welcome the Worcester Bravehearts, first place team in the league. They've been here for what seems like quite some time, but you've played these guys really well. What do you like when your team faces Worcester?
Yeah, I think playing the top dog this year is, it's bringing out the best in us. So, we got Tabit and Grady ready to roll tonight, and I think that's 2 of our better arms that are ready to answer the bell, so ready for 6:30.
It'll be the sinker beller, Matt Tabit, as you said, taking the rubber for you guys tonight. He's been excellent for your group. He's only allowed 2 earned runs all summer. He's had success against the Worcester Bravehearts here at home on a weekend. What should we expect from him?
Yeah, he's going to pound the zone, establish that heater early, and try to get a lot of swings and do some soft contact. So that's the game plan. We'll roll with him as long as we can, and then we'll pass the ball off to Brendan Grady.
Great opportunity for Norwich to get back into winning form here tonight. And that was the skipper, Kyle Dembrowski. Tough start to the week for Norwich, but as he said, if you're getting walked off, you know that you're in those ball games. It had that playoff feel, and those are the kinds of games, kinds of environments you want to be in. Hostile territory in Vermont. They always draw a great crowd. They rally behind their team. But that was a marathon of a game in the opener. And credit to Cal Chance. He caught just about every out of that 4-game series. He was really the only catcher on the roster. Clay Harchie has just now returned. He will get the start here tonight for the Norwich Sea Unicorns. So Cal Chance really had to battle his way through it. A 4.5-hour marathon in game 1. And when you lose a game like that, it really shifts the momentum in a series. Norwich just didn't have the answers. The bullpen unable to stifle the Vermont offense, and give them credit. They manufacture their offense. They do the little things right, but those are the games you want to play in right now. You know you're going to get to play tomorrow, but when you get to the postseason, you don't get second chances. Those are games you have to find a way to win. And, you know, frustrating to see this group lose those games. That series could have gone very differently. I mean, plenty of games Norwich had leads in. I feel like Norwich had a chance to really go 3-1 in that 4-game series, and Norwich would still be way above 500. They could still have a conversation about now trying to catch Vermont. Right now, the goal for this group, get a big win here tonight. Get yourself back into winning form right before you head right back onto the road tomorrow in Westfield. That's going to wrap things up on the Norwich Sea Unicorns pregame show. As always, it's presented by SCR Structures and Sheds. We'll take a timeout on the other side. Starting lineups, the national anthem, first pitch. It's right around the corner. It's the Sea Unicorns and the Worcester Bravehearts from Dodd Stadium.
It's the Make This the Summer event going on now at Falvey's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Norwich. Make this the summer that you try something new and fun. Make this the summer you say I do to a new vehicle that you can custom order online at falveys.com or stop into the dealership. Falvey's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Norwich, just down the road from Mohegan Sun.
Falvey's, you're gonna love it.
Sea Unicorn fans, want to watch the Sea Unicorns like a VIP? Book a Dodd Stadium luxury suite, perfect for business outings, birthdays, or a night out with friends. Enjoy indoor and outdoor seating, a flat screen TV, your own private server, and the option to pre-order from our catering menu, all while catching every pitch in comfort. Order your luxury suite today for just $500 for up to 20 guests, or go big with a double suite for $900 and bring 40. Don't miss out. Call now, 860-887-7962, and reserve your suite today. The noise is loud. But talk, that's never won a game. A swing and a miss, he struck him out. But staying on top, that's the true battle. The rosters change, but the heart beats the same. The mission is still alive. This is lifted out to left field. You can't forget about it. This is well struck. It is hit deep out to left field. Good throw home. It's cut off. It's a tie game. A shot at number 3. 2-2. This is thrown to left field. It's going to win the ball game. On behalf of everyone with the Norwich Sea Unicorns, SNSN Sports, I'm Adam Plager saying so long and good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's all welcome on this field your 2025 Norwich Sea Unicorns. At this time, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats as we will now honor America and those defending our freedoms. With the singing of our national anthem, performing the anthem this evening, please welcome Grace Pooley, Elena Dwyer, Joseph Coombs, and Sadia Kusab. They are members of the NFA Play Shop Vocal Ensemble, a vocal ensemble of high school and rising college students committed to inspiring others through music and the performing arts. Thank you, Grace, Selena, Joseph, and CDR. And now, let's play ball.
Great night for baseball here in Eastern Connecticut. Fans spilling into the ballpark, picking up their Replica championship rings. Norwich eyeing a third straight. Plenty of work to be done. It'll be the Amherst product, the right-hander Matt Tabbitt will take the baseball here tonight for the Norwich Sea Unicorns. Tabbitt, so far this summer for Norwich, has still looking for his first win of the summer. Two outings, 6 innings worked. Still looking to hunt that first strikeout. He was a part of a winning effort here on Friday, July 18th against these Worcester Bravehearts. 2 walks issued, no strikeouts so far for the Amherst Rising Junior Matt Tabbitt as we meet the starting lineup now for the Worcester Bravehearts. It's designed by their manager, Luke Beckstein. It'll be the all-star at the top of the order. Caleb Woodward will lead it off for them. They'll be followed by Nick Pappas, former Futures League Road Warrior. He's in right field. He bats second. Batting third is the second baseman, Casey Wensley. So you take a look here at the Sea Unicorns dugout. We're trying to get into Caleb Woodward right there. He's going to lead it off, number 34. Worcester wearing their navy blue uniforms with the Worcester writing in right across the front. Bright green numbers on the back with the white outline. Jackson Marshall hits cleanup. He's at first base. Kurt Boyd back behind the plate. He does the catching. Campapetti back in there. He's been reactivated from the injured list. Dangerous hitter out of Bryant. He'll DH. Jalen Sepulveda bats seventh. Another all-star at third base. Henry Silva bats eighth. The shortstop with Mason Clark in left field. He bats ninth. Clark listed as one of the catchers on this roster for Luke Beckstein's group. Ready to go, we're underway. Tabbitt's first delivery home misses outside. It's the sinker baller, Matt Tabbitt. On the rubber here for Norwich tonight. Sea Unicorns back at home after dropping 4 games to the Lake Monsters. He misses downstairs for ball 2. Woodward has been as elite as they come. He really does it all. Gets on base. Always a base-stealing threat. A hitter's count. The 2-0. The righty rocks and deals to the plate. That lives on the outside corner. Sinker ball slots into the bottom of the zone. Woodward so far this summer, the San Pedro, California native, hitting .299 for Worcester. He's cooled off a little bit. Breaking ball dives in for strike 2. The count is even. Worcester won yesterday via a forfeit victory was the official ruling against the Westfield Starfires. That helps keep their lead well padded atop the Futures League. It's going to make it very difficult for Vermont to try and catch them. Count is full. It's 3-2 on Woodward. Woodward with 20 steals so far this summer. That's atop the league. 3-2 pitch. Just misses downstairs. It's inside. And Woodward has a leadoff walk. Leadoff man aboard. It's never a good sign for any opposing teams. We've talked about the base stealing numbers. Woodward already has 20 of those, and 7 this summer have come against Norwich pitching. Woodward on. It's the right fielder, Nick Pappas. Tabbitt forced into the stretch immediately. That misses low and in for ball 1. Pappas appearing now in his 7th game of the summer. .227 the batting average for him. Sizable lead for Woodward. He's at first. Norwich in their home whites here tonight with the gold numbers on the back. Sea Unicorn scripture across the chest. Even count. It's a ball and a strike on Pappas. Pappas at his 5-game hitting streak snapped yesterday against Nashua. in what was a 6-3 win for Worcester. Even count. Woodward, the base runner at first. He walked to start the game. 1-1 home. Swing and a miss for strike two. Good pitch selection for Tabit, who doesn't have the high velocity. He's more about pitch location. He's got to hit his spots if he's going to be successful. He's limited the walk numbers. He's issued just 2 of those in 6 innings of work. 1-2. This is popped up in the air. This is going to go back behind the bleachers. It's out of play. Tabit offers a 4-pitch mix. Sinker ball with the curveball changeup and slider. Trying to mix and match speeds. Pappas in protection mode. The 1-2 home. Woodward is going and misses inside for ball 2. Good throw from Harchie. Walsh couldn't handle it. It rolls through into left field, and Woodward goes head first safely into third. Game's first run now waiting 90 feet away. Caleb Woodward didn't have the greatest of jumps for his standards, but Charlie Walsh was unable to hold on to the baseball on a great throw down from Clay Harchie. He would have been able to throw out Woodward for the first out of the inning. Instead, a runner at third and an even count, 2-2. Harchie sets up inside, the pitch home. On the ground, rolled over to third. Scanlon has it. His only play is to the first space bag. Woodward scores. 1-0 the lead for the visitors. So Pappas gets the job done. We now take a look at the Norwich Sea Unicorns defensive alignment here tonight. Over at third base, Connor Scanlon. Charlie Walsh at short with C.J. Nolan at second. Chase Chaplin at first. Outfield from left to right, Chase Taylor in left field. Gavin O'Brien in center with Jack Sweeney in right. Pitcher, catcher, battery. Matt Tabit tossing to Clay Harchie, drilled right on the line to C.J. Nolan. 1 pitch is all that's needed to retire Wensley. And Tabit has his second out economically here in the first. This will bring up the first baseman, transfer from Southern New Hampshire to UConn, Jackson Marshall. Marshall now in game number 50 of the summer, include the All-Star game. He's already played 50 games this summer for Worcester. Everyday player, first base, and DH. Been his responsibilities. 0-1. Jammed inside is Marshall. That's going to be the MO tonight for Norwich. They want to get into the hands of the Worcester Bats. Really make this group feel uncomfortable. You know how dangerous their batting lineup is. They've been led by their offense. 0-2 home is cut on and missed for strike 3. Matt Tabit K's Marshall, first strikeout of the summer. He does it in style. Worcester nothing. And the Sea Unicorns coming to the plate when we return on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SNSN Sports.
Family Motors has arrived. They're your local auto super center. Put some excitement in your day and rent a Polaris Slingshot from Strain Family Motors, adjacent to the Green Onion Restaurant on River Road. Check out Strain Family Motors Super Center on Facebook as well as strainfamilymotors.com for everything sales, service, and excitement. River Road, Lisbon, Strain Family Motors, your local auto super center.
Hey, Sea Unicorn fans, ready to rep your Norwich Sea Unicorns? Dive into the point-of-sale team store. From hats and jerseys to gear that covers every base, show your Sea Unicorn spirit and style. From ballpark essentials to unique souvenirs, there's something for every fan in the pod. Stop by during any home game or shop anytime at seaunicorns.milbstore.com. That's seaunicorns.milbstore.com. The point-of-sale team store has you covered all season long.
So you're young. Dylan Halen. At this time, please support the Dime Information Booth to get ready for your on-field events this evening and have fun with them.
Yeah. Ready to go here, home half of the first inning. Chase Taylor will lead it off. We take a look at the Norwich Sea Unicorns starting lineup. It's presented by Artisan Building and Remodeling, Connecticut's local trusted roofing experts from Berlin to Westbrook. They've got you covered. Chase Taylor leads off. Gavin O'Brien batting second in center field. Charlie Walsh at short. He bats third. It's the top of the Norwich order against the Wheaton product. Aiden Cardoza, left-hander, misses downstairs, ball one. Nice work from Matt Tabbitt in that first inning. Taylor's been a nice hitter for Norwich, 375. He bounces it through the right side of the infield, past the diving reach of Wensley, and Norwich has the leadoff man aboard. Chase Taylor with another compact swing. He's been so dynamic, and Kyle Dombrowski has rewarded him as the leadoff man here tonight. Chase Taylor continues to hit for Norwich. Hits now in 3 straight games for the transfer to UConn. Leadoff man on. Here's Gavin O'Brien. Cardoza upstairs with ball one. Cardoza, the lefty, 5 feet 10 inches, 185 pounds, Dartmouth, Massachusetts native. The 1-0. That's at the top of the zone. The count is even. Cardoza this summer, 2-0 the record, 2.16 ERA. Just his second start of the summer. He's primarily pitched in relief out of the Worcester bullpen. On the go is Taylor. Ball two misses downstairs, and really hung up was the backstop, Kurt Boyd. Yeah, Norwich has the leadoff man now in scoring position. Taylor with his third steal this summer. Gavin O'Brien, the batter at the plate in a hitter's count. Cardoza with a leaned over look. He brings it set to the belt. 2-1. Jammed inside is Obi. Count is even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. O'Brien has really been a factor for Norwich since the All-Star break. He's continued to hit well. Even count, 2-2. Cardoza sets at the belt. Lefty kicks and deals. There goes Taylor. A bouncing ball to short. Sliding effort over there by Silva. That throw across the diamond not nearly in time. Infield single, Gavin O'Brien. And the Sea Unicorns have 2 on with nobody out for Charlie Walsh. Charlie Walsh has been extremely clutch for Norwich this summer. He's been a big part of the offense for Norwich. Trying to help Norwich get on the board first here tonight. No balls, 1 strike on the Norwich shortstop, Charlie Walsh. High socks for him. He's in the lefty box, 0-1. That skips downstairs, and that'll even the count. Ball and a strike. Norwich has them at the corners. The Unicorns have never been afraid about executing a double steal. O'Brien's got great speed. He's the runner aboard at first. Even count delivery. Paints the outside corner. Strike 2. O'Brien, the runner at first, with just 2 steals this summer. They've both been a part of double steals. Marshall holding him on at first. Lefty on lefty battle here for Charlie Walsh. Boyd sets up outside the 1-2. That misses. Good competitive pitch for Cardoza, trying to expand the zone of Walsh. Walsh so far this summer for Norwich, a 265 hitter. 2-2. Bouncing ball to short. Silva slides his throw to second in time. O'Brien retired on the fielder's choice ground out, but the job is done. Chase Taylor scores 1-1. The Sea Unicorns have tied the ball game. So Norwich gets the run right back after Woodward came home to score in the top of the first inning. That's the response you want, and Norwich gets the job done. That was a tough play for the shortstop, Silva, who's been a busy man today. Here's the cleanup man, Chase Chaplin. Cardoza checks in on the base runner, Walsh, who's aboard at first. So 0-1 on the Yale Bulldog, Chase Chaplin. Chaplin homered in the series against the Lake Monsters. The pitch, this is sliced foul down the bleachers on the first base side. Have to like the early pressure mounted by the Norwich offense, manufacturing here in the first inning. Chaplin so far this summer for Norwich, the All-Star, batting .284. Again, Cardoza has his thoughts consumed by the base runner Walsh, who's aboard at first. Charlie so far this summer for the Sea Unicorns with 6 white bags. He's on the move. This is grounded to short. Silva has the two-hopper. Only plays to the first base bag with Walsh in motion. That eliminates the double play ball. 2 down. We take a look at the Bravehearts defensive alignment here tonight. Jalem Sepulveda at third. Henry Silva at short, Casey Wensley at second, with Jackson Marshall at first. In the outfield from left to right, Mason Clark in left, Caleb Woodward up the middle in center field, Nick Pappas to patrol right. First pitch home to the designated hitter Cal Chance in there for strike one. Lefty to the plate, he deals outside. That'll even the count here on Cal Chance, who you have to really commend him. Playing as much as he did in Vermont. That really wears down the body. Late stages of the season. And here goes Walsh. The throw down from Boyd is a good one. It's not in time. Charlie Walsh with his 7th swipe bag of the summer. Those are the tough ones to steal on with the lefty batter. There's a clear road for the catcher Boyd to make his throw down, and he got a good one across to Sepulveda, but Walsh beats it out. Pitcher-catcher battery is Cardoza tossing to Kurt Boyd here tonight. Boyd, a former Futures League Road Warrior. So is the right fielder Nick Pappas. They both joined the Worcester Bravehearts at the same time at the end of the month of July. That was back on July 23rd after the All-Star break. Even count on the DH, Cal Chance. Riser headed to UMass Lowell. There's been a new Futures League team added. Futures League expanding in 2026. Lelucker Field in Lowell, Massachusetts. Exciting times for the Lowell community and really for the Futures League to get back to that number 8 marker for teams in the league. That gets them to 7. There's rumored to be another team headed into the Futures League. Still no official announcement. Press conference in Lowell was on Wednesday. Chance sends a fly ball in the air. Shallow center field. It's going to be the second baseman, Wensley, to make the grab on it. The inning is over. Norwich ties the game after a couple of singles. Chase Taylor scores. We're tied at 1. Headed to the second next on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SNSN Sports.
If you're talking, they will hear you.
Why are we getting killed like this?
Kyle's not here. Got caught drinking beer in the park a couple of nights ago.
Really?
Yeah, 0 tolerance. He's out for the season.
Harsh.
Hey, he knew not to drink. We've made that clear to all of our kids, right?
No, not really.
Bill, if we don't tell them what we expect and why they shouldn't drink, how are they going to know?
Talk. They hear you. For more information, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Looking for the perfect shed? Come to SCR Structures and Sheds in North Franklin. Whether you're buying or renting to own, we've got you covered with 90 days, same as cash, and guaranteed price matching on any competitor's advertised shed of the same quality. That's scr-structures.com. That's SCR Structures and Sheds, built right, priced right here in North Franklin. scr-structures.com.
Iliano's great tasting pizza. You can get some right now on the concourse behind the press box. And be sure to visit Iliano's West Town Street in Norwich. And kids, we have the kids zone open. It's at the far end of the third base concourse down by the picnic area. The kids zone has some wiffle ball and it has some basketball. Leading off, top of the second inning, the Bravehearts, the catcher, Franklin Pierce, number 36, Greg Boyd.
We head to the top of the second inning. Tabit ready to go. Strike one is a knee-high strike to Kurt Boyd. Boyd out of Franklin Pierce, rising sophomore there. 6'1", 200 pounds. He's in the righty box. Boyd so far this summer hitting a whopping over 500. That'll drop it a little bit, and he bounces it to short. Walsh snaps it across the diamond, one down. Entering action, a staggering 588 average for Kurt Boyd. He had 6 hits over his last 8 plate appearances. 750, that batting line. That'll certainly increase your batting average when you've only played just 6 games so far entering action today. But that's the immediate impact that has really propelled Worcester throughout the summer. Abbott's delivery home. The bottom of the zone, it misses downstairs, ball 1. Norwich going to Matt Tabbitt exactly 1 week after his last outing. That was last Saturday in the Beehive, helping lead Norwich to a mercy rule win over the New Britain Bees, 12-1. Tabbitt went just 4 innings, so he did not qualify for the victory. Wave and a miss there. Went with the fast stuff, and he beats the designated hitter, Cam Papetti. Papetti played just 2 games before he landed on the injured list and has come back strong and healthy. He waves and misses for the second strikeout of the night. Papetti against Norwich was 3 for 4 with 2 home runs, 4 RBIs. And then he landed on the injured list. First game for him in a week, so not a long stint for him, but Papetti a big piece to the roster for Luke Beckstein. This is right back to the mound. Backhanded grab by Tabbitt. He flips to first. He helps himself. He's through the inning. Matt Tabbitt with a 1-2-3 second and an Artisan building and remodeling defensive play of the game to show for it. He kept the Bravehearts off the board. We're tied at 1, headed to the home half when we return.
Safe to visit the dentist. In a word, yes, especially if that dentist is Dr. Katzoff and the staff at Griswold Dental Associates. They follow all the latest safety protocols while doing what they do best, taking care of you. From preventive to restorative, your dental care couldn't be in better hands. To schedule your appointment, call Griswold Dental Associates today, 860-376-2626. That's 860-376-2626.
I'm at the top, that's 1, not 2 or 3. This real life, baby, don't make believe. I just make it look easy like ABC. I'm on it 24/7, 25/8. I just pick up the pace and I violate. I eat it all up like a dinner plate. I been on the move like I'm running late. Left, right, left, let's go. I'm unstoppable. I got money flowing in case you didn't know. They used to doubt me, now I got them like wow. Making boss moves, I've been on a roll. I'm blowing up, gotta put them on hold. I am the bag, that's what I've been told. I keep my cool under pressure like a boss. I'm all in, it don't matter what it costs. All I do is win and look good from the top. Let's go. I am unstoppable. Okay. I am unstoppable.
Matt Tabbitt helps himself through the top of the inning. He retires the Worcester heart of the order in order. Backhanded grab on the comebacker to the mound off the bat of Jalem Sepulveda. So Jack Sweeney will lead things off for Norwich. Home half of the second inning. Cardoza deals home. Downstairs, he misses for ball one. Sweeney with a new bat after his dark blue bat that he had snapped in Vermont. He lifts this in the air to right field. Pappas underneath it. He makes the grab. And Cardoza is the leadoff man retired to begin the second. It was really cerulean blue, if you want to be exact to the shade of the bat Sweeney had. It treated him well. But after snapping it, he's upgraded some new bats for him. Clay Hershey bats. First pitch home is on the outside corner, strike one. Good to see Clay Hershey back and healthy. Cardoza deals on the outside corner, and the southpaw way ahead of the Johns Hopkins product. No balls, 2 strikes. First game for Hershey since July 27th. He saws away, strike 2 foul off the luxury suite deck into the front row of the bleachers. And fan is going to have a souvenir. They try and scoop it up from beneath the Dodd Stadium seats. Boyd sets up outside. It is on the outside corner, strike 3. Cardoza freezes Hershey. 2 down here to start the second for Norwich. First strikeout of the night for Cardoza. This will bring up the second baseman, C.J. Nolan. C.J.'s taken over the everyday second base duties in the absence of Kenny Noe. That has shifted Charlie Walsh to short. Cardoza ready to go. The left-hander to the plate. That's bottom shelf, but it's ruled for ball one. Borderline call. CJ gets it, the 1-0. Nolan checks his swing. That was another competitive pitch. Cardoza's been squeezed. He's behind 2-0. On the Sacred Heart product, C.J. Nolan. He's hitting .233 so far this summer. He skies it in the air to the left center field power alley. It is caught out there by Caleb Woodward. On the warning track, he makes the grab. The inning is over. Nolan gave it a ride, but Woodward tracks it down. After 2, tied at 1 here in Norwich on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SNSN Sports. Fans, just 3 more home games remain on the slate for the Sea Unicorns here in the summer of 2025. Norwich back at home on Tuesday. We'll get to see you on Thursday by purchasing a ticket to Tuesday night's home game against the Vermont Lake Monsters. First pitch coming at you 6:30 local time. 2 for $5 hot dog specials as well at concession stands. And then on Thursday, final regular season home game of the summer. It is Thirsty Thursday with beer specials on Narragansett. Post-game fireworks to follow the conclusion of the ball game. So again, we want to see you here. Get your tickets now. Go SeaUnicorns.com for more information. Right into the top of the third inning. Tied at 1. Both sides are tired in order in the second inning. Quick pace here in that middle inning. Really, that first inning breezed right by us as well. Norwich and Worcester trading runs. It's 1-0 here on Silva, the shortstop. He cracks away. Strike two, foul. Silva, a recent addition. Sophomore at Colby College. New Canaan, Connecticut native in the righty box. There's been some holes to fill for Luke Beckstein's group, and now Tabit runs inside. He plunks Silva on an 0-2 pitch. Just unable to command the zone there was Tabit. Not the guy you want to put on. Number 8 hitter in the order. This will mean a chance for the left fielder, Mason Clark. Never an intention to hit guys with the pitch, especially in a 2-strike count. Haven't met the umpiring crew here tonight. John Fisher behind the plate. He's calling the balls and strikes. First pitch home. This is a good bunt. Drop down the third base side. Sliding is Tabit. His low throw is unable to be handled over at first by Chaplin. Bunt single. I think they're going to, it's going to be a bunt base hit for Mason Clark. He dropped a good one down, and the Bravehearts in business here in the third inning. 2 on with nobody out. That's the kind of team baseball we've talked about. And Worcester and Vermont have executed it really to perfection. Tabit did everything he possibly could. He went into a slide, but he didn't get enough on the throw. It was scooped by Chaplin. He kept it in front of him. Nice job trapping the ball. If that went up the right field side, that would have been dangerous. Silva would have kept on running beyond second. Breaking balls outside. Hitters count on Woodward. He walked his first trip to the plate. Tabit behind him. He's down in the count. 2 balls, no strikes. The 2-0. This is cracked foul. Sawed off is Woodward. 2-1 on the Trinity College product out of Texas. Trinity College in Texas. There's also a Trinity College in the NESCAC. Great hockey program over there at Trinity College. They've made their way to the Frozen Four a number of times over the last 5 years. Great tradition of hockey at Trinity. Really, that NESCAC. Very competitive conference. The 3-1 to Woodward. This is lifted in the air. It's through into left field, a base hit. Silva gets the stop sign at third. And 3 have reached in order for Worcester. They've loaded them up. So the hit batsman has really turned around this inning on Tabit. Bunt single, and now Woodward goes to the opposite field. He dumps a base hit into left field. And now a chance for the right fielder, Nick Pappas. Pappas grounded out to third. His first time up. Scanlon playing in at third. Tabit's on the outside corner. He is strike one. Pappas, as we've talked about, he's a nice addition for the Bravehearts. The 0-1. Good breaking ball. That spins into the bottom of the zone. Tabit way ahead of the right fielder, Nick Pappas. Pappas out of Bentley, Boston, Massachusetts native. The 0-2. That's a wipeout breaking ball. It falls off the table. Pappas didn't think about chasing it. One-two, fouled away. The battle will continue. Second game this summer. Check that. Third game this summer for Pappas against Norwich. So far, 2 for 5. Working from the stretch is Tabit. The base is loaded behind him. On a 1-2 to Pappas. He swings through it for strike 3. Third strikeout of the night for Tabit. He talked about trying to find his put-away pitch. Looks like he's found something here in his third start of the summer. Punch out of Pappas. One down for the second baseman, Casey Wensley. Wensley, a Risey Jr. at Bryant. Open stances in the lefty box. Set up outside is Harchie. This is drilled out to left field. On the move over there is Taylor. He slides. He makes the grab. He'll throw it to the relay. The tag by Scanlon, not in time. Chase Taylor with the sliding effort for the second out of the inning. It retires Wensley, but the Bravehearts have taken the lead. It'll turn into a sac fly. Silva scores. 2-1 Worcester. Wow, it was a great throw by Chase Taylor to the cutoff man Connor Scanlon, but the tag was not ruled in time by the third base umpire Joseph Hart. Wow, what a play out there by Chase Taylor. Another Artisan Building and Remodeling defensive play of the game. That is a big catch, big moment in the game for Norwich. It looked like that throw was on time. Kyle Dombrowski has gone out. He wanted to challenge the call. He's not going to have any favors here from the umpiring crew. 2-1 Worcester. They have him at second and third, but 2 outs now on the Wensley sac fly. This will bring up the dangerous Jackson Marshall. He struck out his first time. Real nice pitch there by Tabin. Now this is crushed to left field. That's going to fall in, a base hit. 1 run scores. Woodward comes around to score. RBI base hit. Jackson Marshall. And Worcester's tacked on a couple more. They lead 4-1. Well, it was a hanging breaker. Stayed over the heart of the plate, and Marshall punished it into left field. No chance for Taylor to try and slide to get to that one. Fans, next Thursday, August 7th, it's right around the corner. The Sea Unicorns at home. It's Thirsty Thursday with beer specials on Narragansett. First pitch coming at you 6:30 local time. The broadcast will be televised on Nesset. We'll be joined in the booth by the voice of the New Britain Bees, UConn men's hockey, Randy Brochu, who was the original inaugural voice of the Norwich Sea Unicorns in 2021. Great to have Randy in the house when the Bees head to the Rose City. Even count, it's 1-1 on Kurt Boyd. This is popped up to third. Scanlon has the one bouncer. He snaps it across the diamond. It's in time. The inning is over, but the damage has been done. The Bravehearts strike for 3 and have a 3-run lead. Home half of the third is next on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SNSN Sports.
Buy better. Better with Burns. Much better. So much better with Burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better with Burns. You buy better at Burns. You buy better.
Summer is here, and unfortunately, temperatures may not be the only thing on the rise. If you're experiencing significant insurance increases, it's time to make the call. The Burns Agency, now a Hub International company, has more solutions than ever. With the same superior service you've come to know. Call, email, or stop in today to start your savings. The Burns Agency, a Hub International company, proudly serving Eastern Connecticut since 1932.
Dinosaurs are alive in 25 years and roaring strong. The Dinosaur Place is the largest dinosaur-themed family fun park in New England. A lot of value for one-of-a-kind attractions. Over 100 life-size dinosaurs, nature trails, and playscapes. Visit our popular T-Rex Tower and zero-depth dino-themed splash pad. A perfect day trip or staycation right here in Connecticut. Route 85 Montville with easy access off Interstate 395 and 95. Plan your next adventure. Go to thedinosaurplace.com.
Into the home half of the third inning, Worcester has jumped ahead. They lead 4-1. 3 runs in the top of the third inning. The difference right now, Jackson Marshall gets the job done. 2-run RBI base hit into left field. Things really got dangerous after Worcester loaded the bases to begin the inning with nobody out. 9-1 and 2 due up for Norwich as we head to the home half of the third inning. Norwich trying to put the pressure on the all-star left-hander Aiden Cardoza. Cardoza, through his first couple of innings of work, has allowed just 2 hits to the Norwich offense. Scanlon leads off, the lefty to the plate. Down and in, he misses with ball one. Scanlon out of Fairfield University has become the everyday third baseman. Seen a bit of time at first base, but that's been Chase Chaplin's spot. The 1-0 fouled away. The count is even. Scanlon in the righty box, 6 feet, 200 pounds. Holmes, Pennsylvania native, hitting just .244 for Norwich so far. In the series against the Lake Monsters, he finished 3 for 7. He checks his swing. They appeal down to the first base umpire, Brian Roth. It's ball 2. Norwich trying to punch back here after surrendering 3 in the top of the inning. Worcester has plenty of firepower in their offense. Scanlon is up empty with strike 2. Worcester leads the league in plenty of offensive statistical categories. They don't need many favors to get the job done. They manufactured their offense in the top of the inning. 2-2. That's outside. It misses. The count is full. Worcester is a team offensively. They hit .283, 31 home runs. They lead the league in runs, 352 of those. Full count on Scanlon. The 3-2 in the air out to center field. It's falling in a hurry. Woodward on the move. He dives. He can't make the catch. Connor Scanlon aboard, a leadoff base hit. Woodward gave it everything he had. And the Sea Unicorns trying to get the boat moving here in the home third. Well, Scanlon just got enough of it to lift it into center field. Too far into the gap for the right fielder Pappas to get to it. Deep enough for the second baseman Wensley to not even think about it. It was really Woodward's ball to try and even get to. Top of the order, Chase Taylor looks at the slider. It bends downstairs, strike 1. Man on, nobody out. Taylor's already single today. He's looking downstairs at ball 1. Chase Taylor, a Northern California native, headed to the East Coast at UConn. 1-1. Fastball for Cardoza, slots into the outside corner, strike 2. Cardoza's already faced Norwich this summer, but that was in relief. The lefty set. Now he checks over on the base runner. That's Connor Scanlon. Norwich now 1 run, 3 hits. Bravehearts lead 4-1, 3 hits for themselves. Boyd sets up outside, the 1-2 home. That's gets away from Boyd. He doesn't know where the baseball is. Scanlon's going to keep on running. He's going to try for third. He'll go in standing. Kurt Boyd had no sight of the baseball. He was looking on the third base side behind the plate. It rolled up the first base side. Norwich catches a break. Now Cardoza has to deal with the man on third with the dangerous leadoff man, Chase Taylor, at the plate. Cardoza picked up the win against Norwich. 3 2/3 innings of relief work. Did not allow any runs on 1 hit. The 2-2 to Taylor. Bouncing ball, tapped foul. That was back on June 25th. An 11-7 win. A back-and-forth ball game at Fenton Field in which Cam Papetti played hero. That was the last game he played, July 25th. Now right back to the mound. Cardoza blocks it. It'll flip to first to Marshall. Taylor retired. It was a hot shot off his bat. Cardoza was playing self-defense to knock the baseball down. It'll keep Scanlon at third. Now 1 out. This will bring up the center fielder, Gavin O'Brien. Obi so far today has reached on an infield base hit. Hit would mean a run. O'Brien lifts this in the air out to right center field. On the move out there is Woodward. He dives. He can't make the catch. Scanlon scores. O'Brien a wide turn. Now he slips. He's hung up between second and third. The tag applied by Silva. 2 outs. Caleb Woodward hunts down another baseball. And Gavin O'Brien got caught in between second and third. It'll go down as an RBI double. And Norwich has sliced the Worcester lead in half. Another well-struck baseball. Woodward sold out for it, and then he made a better relay throw to Silva. He caught O'Brien off the back. 2 outs for Charlie Walsh. Norwich trying to play comeback here in the 3rd inning. Walsh looks at strike 1. Well, OB has swung a hot bat. Unfortunate base running mistake for Norwich. 0-1 home. There's the big bender. The curveball is in for strike 2. Walsh hit into a fielder's choice ground out his first trip to the plate. That was back in the 1st. Walsh has been clutch all summer on 0-2. He waves and misses for strike 3. Cardoza fights his way through it. Norwich scratches across a run. 4-2 Worcester headed to the 4th.
It's the Make This the Summer event going on now at Falvey's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Norwich. Make this the summer that you try something new and fun. Make this the summer you say I do to a new vehicle that you can custom order online at falveys.com or stop into the dealership. Falvey's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Norwich, just down the road from Mohegan Sun.
Falvey's, you're gonna love it.
Sea Unicorn fans, want to watch the Sea Unicorns like a VIP? Book a Dodd Stadium luxury suite, perfect for business outings, birthdays, or a night out with friends. Enjoy indoor and outdoor seating, a flat screen TV, your own private server, and the option to pre-order from our catering menu, all while catching every pitch in comfort. Order your luxury suite today for just $500 for up to 20 guests, or go big with a double suite for $900 and bring 40. Don't miss out. Call now, 860-887-7962, and reserve your suite today. Back with you here, top of the 4th inning. We're now joined by the Doctor of Physical Therapy and Wellness.
Colleen Davis.
Dr. Colleen Davis, GOAT Physical Therapy and Wellness. Colleen, thanks so much for coming out. We're excited to have you here at Dodd Stadium. A nice crowd here on a Saturday night.
Gosh, such a great crowd and such a perfect day for a game. It's gorgeous out.
Have it ready to work. We're underway. Top of the 4th inning, 4-2 Worcester. Well, your first summer partnering with the Norwich Sea Unicorns, a great sponsor for us. We've really enjoyed it. Tell fans a little bit about what they can expect when they head over to GOAT Physical Therapy.
Oh, sure. I mean, GOAT Physical Therapy is a very different kind of physical therapy practice. We're very fitness forward, so we emphasize movement as medicine. And anytime you come to GOAT, you are always in the spotlight. So it's always one-on-one sessions with your doctor of physical therapy for a full hour. We don't pass off to aides or techs or anything like that.
Yeah, I think that's really important to be able to specialize the training. This goes all the way back to the stop, and on a drop 3rd strike, the Bravehearts will be gifted their first runner of the inning. Boyd is aboard to start the 4th inning. I think that's very important, a former athlete myself, to have that one-on-one treatment, time, and care. I feel like that goes a long way.
It sure does. And we also have each of our therapists really specialize in specific populations. So we have pelvic health physical therapist, we have a sports physical therapist, a manual therapist, a neurologic therapist, and I treat dizziness and neurologic issues. So it's a nice wide variety.
And I think that is a huge part of it. Ball 1 misses up and away to Jalem Sepulveda. You want to maybe break down some of the differentiations between those different types of treatment?
Yeah, so our newest program, our pelvic health program, specializes especially in women during pregnancy and after pregnancy, dealing with, issues with incontinence and other things related to the pelvic floor. And then most of our clients come in, low back pain is a super common thing that we treat. And, we don't just look at your back. Sometimes your low back pain might be coming from a foot problem or an ankle problem, or even a pelvic problem. And so, if one of our therapists feels that you need to see one of the other specialists, we just transfer over and work really well as a team.
And when you bring in your different clients and your different customers, I feel like comfortability is so important when you're getting that kind of treatment. How important is that for those clients that you have?
Absolutely. You never walk into GOAT not knowing who you're going to see. So you walk in, Sandy's sitting at the front desk, and she checks you in, and then it's always your therapist who is there to greet you. We don't pass around to different therapists within the group unless it's part of the plan of care, and that's what's best for you.
And do you normally give your clients a timeline of when they're back to full health and they're recovered, or does that continue after the recovery process to get them even stronger?
Yeah, so we definitely go beyond typical rehab. We get you out of pain and then aim to get you, we're GOAT. We want to get you to your greatest of all time. So you want to be stronger than you were when your initial issue happened. So we definitely straddle that line between rehabilitation and fitness and personal training as well.
Sepulveda tied up for strike 3. Tabit now with a season high in strikeouts. He didn't have any yet. He's got 4 so far tonight. Takes care of the All-Star Jalem Sepulveda. And now 1 down for the shortstop, Henry Silva. Oh, a lot of fun to watch these guys here tonight, but I imagine physical therapy is so important for athletes to stay healthy. Forget about getting hurt and having to rehab, but you also want to prevent injuries.
Absolutely. We work with a lot of student athletes, and what we find in the younger populations is a lot of kids are really specializing early in one sport. So we get a lot of little leaguers that are playing full year little league, and a growing body, that's not always the best option. So we emphasize, variety, even if it's just coming and working with Dr. Ben and doing some strength training, or working with Dr. Amy and just really focusing on your core strength and, moving in planes outside of your typical sport.
Could you specialize, maybe not specialize the right word, but I feel like the core is so important, and maybe not everyone understands how the core, I think, structures everything else in the body.
Yeah, I mean, when you think core, most of the time everybody just thinks about your abdominal muscles, but it's your abdominal muscles, your back muscles, your pelvic floor muscles, your hips. It's multifactorial. It's your whole foundation of your body.
We're chatting here with Colleen Davis. Dr. Colleen Davis. Norwich turns it up, a 4-6-3 inning-ending double play. Headed to the home half. When we return, we'll keep Dr. Colleen Davis here for another half inning. Talk some more about GOAT physical therapy and wellness when we return.
Family Motors has arrived. They're your local auto super center. Put some excitement in your day and rent a Polaris Slingshot from Strain Family Motors, adjacent to the Green Onion Restaurant on River Road. Check out Strain Family Motors Super Center on Facebook as well as strainfamilymotors.com for everything sales, service, and excitement. River Road, Lisbon, Strain Family Motors, your local auto super center.
Hey, Sea Unicorn fans, ready to rep your Norwich Sea Unicorns? Dive into the point-of-sale team store. From hats and jerseys to gear that covers every base, show your Sea Unicorn spirit and style. From ballpark essentials to unique souvenirs, there's something for every fan in the pod. Stop by during any home game or shop anytime at seaunicorns.milbstore.com. That's seaunicorns.milbstore.com. The point-of-sale team store has you covered all season long. Back with you here, home half of the 4th inning. Norwich trying to come back against the Bravehearts. 4-2 the lead for Worcester. We're joined by Dr. Colleen Davis, home half of the 4th inning. Glad to have you here. So much fun to have you here at Dodd Stadium. How about the energy in the crowd? What's it been like?
Oh my gosh, this has been a really great game. We've been to a bunch of games this season, and this crowd tonight, it's such a beautiful night. There's a lot of people here. They're excited about the game. It's been really awesome.
Yeah,
my whole family's here. I've got my son and my husband are over on the first base line, and I've got my daughter hiding in here with me because she wanted to see what we were doing.
Yeah, this is awesome. We're happy to have her up in here as well. No bad seat at Dodd Stadium. It doesn't matter where you are. It's a great view to watch the game.
It's been great for, we're not tremendously, we don't play baseball as a family, but the kids have been able to learn the game by coming to these games because, you can see it versus going to some of the major league games and all the, the players are the size of mosquitoes because you got to get those really high up seats.
Yeah, it's an intimate experience here at Dodd Stadium. Chase Chaplin is on. Tying run has come to the plate. It's Cal Chance, the batter here for Norwich. GOAT Physical Therapy and Wellness. You guys are located in, is it Gales Ferry or Waterford?
Gales Ferry. So we were originally in Waterford, and then we opened up a 3,500 square foot facility right in Gales Ferry, which is great because that's our hometown. So we like to be really involved in the community, including, our neighbors up in Norwich and Preston, Groton. We work with a lot of people over from the sub base as well. We're a military family as well. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, that is incredible. Were you guys here for Military Appreciation Night as well already this summer?
I actually think we were, yeah.
Yeah,
I think that was one of the games that we've been to. We've been to at least 6 or 7.
Norwich played in those specialty Rose of New England uniforms. Have you been here when Norwich has worn their City Connect uniforms?
Yes, yes, I like those a lot with that nice big rose on there, really, representing Norwich. Love that.
Yeah, it's a great uniform.
Gotta work on
Bank.
getting them some goat uniforms.
I know, we need to get that. We got to get that patch on the uniform next.
There we
That's
go.
what we need. Maybe get some of our players to goat so that they can stay healthy.
I
Norwich,
like them.
Norwich has dealt with some injuries throughout the summer, starting to get some guys back. Playoff push certainly on, just 7 games remaining. For some of these athletes, how important is it when you're playing 6 days a week to be doing a lot of things away from the ballpark?
Yeah, I mean, your recovery is going to be super important, especially during the season. So making sure that obviously your nutrition's on point, which I assume these guys know what they're doing on that. But, whether it's stretching, ice baths, heat, whatever it is that you need to be doing to stay fresh and hopefully prevent injury during the season.
Certainly important. You want to keep these guys healthy. Most of them just turning 20 years old here this summer. Some guys are fresh out of high school, about to be freshmen at college. So, I mean, very early on in their careers, and I think you'll learn a lot more about your body the more that you're playing, the more that you're out there on the field, where you just have to listen to your body.
Absolutely. I mean, 18, 19, 20 years old, you're going to bounce back pretty quick from any kind of an issue that you have, but learning to prevent those and learning to maintain your health, especially in the off season, and, like we said, emphasizing that recovery as well.
Jack Sweeney drills it out to center field. That'll hold the runners. Chaplin, the lead runner, at second. He singled to start the inning. And then they'll walk to Cal Chance. Sweeney flies out. That'll hold the runners. One down for the catcher, Clay Harchie. How about stretching? I think a lot of athletes overlook stretching. I know I did, but I think that's a minute detail, but it makes a big difference.
Yeah, I mean, before a game, you definitely want to do some dynamic stretching, move around a bit, get the blood flowing. Those nice prolonged stretches, those are nice for recovery. And, really, it's not even just stretching. It's stretching and strengthening through that full range of motion that ultimately makes that longer-term change.
When you talk about dieting, you want to explain to the fans a little bit about what you mean. I know it's not just eating the right foods, but maybe the right quantity of foods, the time of day that you're eating, and trying to get a routine.
Yeah, not my specific area of specialty, but, when it comes to, what you need before a game, you definitely need some of those quicker carbs so that you have that energy to be explosive when you need to run real fast or, swing for the fences. But then there's obviously a time you obviously need protein to build your muscle and, fats to keep you full.
100%. You need to get
18 to 20-year-olds, they definitely need to stay full.
That is.
I've got a 13-year-old in the house. I know how much food needs to go out.
You got to keep the tank full, or that
Absolutely.
I think also leads to other problems when you're not fueling your body the right way. Your body's just going to continue to break down, and then has nothing to replenish itself with.
And we work with so many people, especially women who are working to lose weight, and we find that a lot of times they're not eating nearly enough, and so their body's going into emergency mode, and then you can't, shed those extra pounds or tone up the way that you want to.
For GOAT Physical Therapy and Wellness, what was the vision for you behind starting the business and really getting things going?
Yeah, so the vision starting the business, it actually started just as a fitness class, specifically for people who are uncomfortable in a gym or a fitness class, whether it's because they had surgery, an injury, a diagnosis, something along those lines, that they were afraid of getting hurt if, the personal trainer over at, some big gym doesn't know what they're doing. But then it kind of grew from there as just emphasizing the quality of physical therapy services. So many of the bigger practices and the big corporate practices emphasize just the number of patients in and out of the door. So your therapist may be seeing 20 to 30 people in a single 8-hour shift, whereas at GOAT, my therapist in an 8-hour shift might see 6 people max. So your therapist's not burnt out. They have the time to coordinate your care, talk to your doctor's office, write up really comprehensive exercise programs rather than getting, the same Xeroxed home program that, you're going to get from big corporate PT.
Yeah, and I think that's important to specialize the training. Every
Yes.
client is different. Their needs are different. So you never want it to be
and our
the
care,
same thing.
our care is just hyper individualized. You're going to get access to our app that we use. Your home program is going to come in there. You can communicate with your therapist in between sessions. I get texts over the weekend from some of my patients, and I'm happy to help them, because if they can't do what they need to be doing in between sessions, they're not going to get better. And that's why most of our clients only need maybe 6 to 10 sessions to get all the way through their full plan of care.
Wow, that's awesome to hear about how hyper individualized that is.
Yeah.
I know as a customer going in, when I'm getting treatment done, I want it to be one-on-one focused, because that way I know it's focused on treating my needs coming in to recover. A pitching change being made by Worcester. Aiden Cardoza's night has come to an end. He goes just 3 2/3 of an inning. Norwich trailing by a couple of runs. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll step aside. Norwich still batting in the 4th. Luke Beckstein has made a call to the bullpen. End of the night for Aiden Cardoza. He goes 3 2/3 of an inning. You have to remember, it's just his second start of the summer. Yes, his 12th game, but so far for Cardoza, entering action, his longest outing of the summer had been just 4 innings of work. He nearly matches it here tonight. He departs with the lead for another All-Star. Caleb Allen will now pitch for Worcester. 2-1 the record, 2.02 the ERA, 12th game of the summer for the right-hander out of Ashburn, Massachusetts. 5 feet, 10 inches, 175 pounds. Riser headed to Bentley in the fall. Caleb Allen now pitching in the ballgame for Worcester, and Norwich, no stranger to him. He's already seen the Sea Unicorns 3 times this summer. It was a forgettable last outing for him. Norwich came back with a couple of runs in the 7th inning at Fitton Field, and the Sea Unicorns won a comeback victory. That was back on July 24th. CJ pops up the first he sees. It's going to be Jackson Marshall to make the grab on it. Colleen, as we wrap things up, thanks so much for joining us. Where can fans go and find more?
Yeah, so if you head to our website, which is goatpt.com, that's GOATpt.com, you can sign up for a free telephone consultation with me. And, all our programs and everything are outlined on there as well. So that's probably the easiest way to get a hold of us.
Sea Unicorn fans, that was Dr. Colleen Davis. Colleen, thanks so much for coming on. Enjoy the rest of the game. Hopefully Norwich has a comeback in sight. 4-2 Worcester headed to the 5th.
Thanks.
If you're talking, they will hear you.
Why are we getting killed like this?
Kyle's not here. Got caught drinking beer in the park a couple of nights ago.
Really?
Yeah, 0 tolerance. He's out for the season.
Harsh.
Hey, he knew not to drink. We've made that clear to all of our kids, right?
No, not really.
Bill, if we don't tell them what we expect and why they shouldn't drink, how are they going to know?
Talk. They hear you. For more information, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Looking for the perfect shed? Come to SCR Structures and Sheds in North Franklin. Whether you're buying or renting to own, we've got you covered with 90 days, same as cash, and guaranteed price matching on any competitor's advertised shed of the same quality. That's scr-structures.com. That's SCR Structures and Sheds, built right, priced right here in North Franklin. scr-structures.com.
This was the plan all along. Matt Tabbitt went 4 innings here today. He matches his season high from last Saturday in New Britain, but 4 runs have crossed the plate. 4 runs on 3 hits, but how about the night for Matt Tabbitt? He found his strikeout pitch. He finishes with 4 strikeouts here tonight. Bravehearts with a 3 spot in the top of the 3rd inning has been the difference. Brendan Grady's turn now in the ball game. He's coming out of the Norwich bullpen. First time this summer, Grady in relief. First pitch is a heater. It nails the outside corner, strike 1. Brendan Grady, the southpaw out of Trinity College. This is the Trinity in Connecticut that we're talking about. The 0-1. That's downstairs. Archie unable to block it. Count is even. It's 1-1. Numbers so far this summer for the West Hartford, Connecticut native, Brendan Grady, making his 9th appearance of the summer, first out of the Norwich pen. 1-1 home. Bouncing ball, chopped to short. Walsh charges in. He fires across the diamond in time. 1 down. Nice work from Brendan Grady to take care of the leadoff man in the inning. That was Mason Clark. Walsh has been a busy man already tonight. Already involved in 3 plays here defensively. Top of the order, it's Caleb Woodward. Woodward up for the 3rd time tonight. Bright green bat in the lefty box. Woodward has singled to lefties, also drawn a walk. Grady 1-2 the record. ERA locked in at 4.5. As a starter, ERA at 4.50, as we said, 32 strikeouts to the 17 walks. He misses outside with ball 2. Grady started against Worcester on Independence Day. He went 4 innings in that ball game in a shortened 7-inning game, a part of a doubleheader. Sea Unicorns dropped the game 4-2. He allowed 1 earned run on 3 hits, 3 strikeouts to the 1 walk. Grady back in the count, 2 balls, 1 strike. On the All-Star, Caleb Woodward. Archie sets up outside on 2-1 from the lefty. Just below the knees, the count is even. Grady's been working on attacking early in counts. Couple borderline pitches. Woodward as dangerous as they come. Top of the order. Arguably the best leadoff man in the league. 3-1 is bounced foul. Have to be careful with this man at the plate. Doesn't get any easier as you roll down the middle of the order. Sure, the Bravehearts have lost some of their key pieces. No Ryan LeClaire. No Will Kramer. No Evan O'Rourke. No Chris Mondesir. But that's how deep this lineup has been throughout the summer. Second hit batsman issued by Norwich pitching. This catches Woodward on the hands. He's aboard, a 1-out base runner. Woodward already has stolen a base today. He has 21 on the summer. He's aboard 3rd time tonight. Those are the base runners you don't want to allow. The walks and the hit by pitches. Norwich trying to reduce those numbers, heading towards a postseason push. Despite the absences of those all-stars we had mentioned, LeClaire, O'Rourke, Mondesir, whose season was cut short due to injury. You look at the pieces they've continued to add. Kurt Boyd behind the plate, making an immediate impact. Casey Wensley, arguably having an all-star season. He follows behind Nick Pappas. It's 1-0 here on the Worcester right fielder. He watches ball 2 miss. Pappas has struck out. He's also grounded out. Plenty of depth throughout this lineup. Grady trying to live in attack mode on 2-0. That misses. 3 balls, no strikes. Fans, Stilley's Automotive is your full-service auto repair and sales center and a Connecticut certified emissions testing facility. Oil changes to engine work. Stillies does it all. Serving Eastern Connecticut since 2007. See why so many drivers count on Stillies Automotive in Lisbon to keep their vehicles running right. 1 out walk issue to Papa, so a hit batsman, and now a walk. Command troubles for Grady here in the 5th inning. Entering out of the Norwich bullpen. First time he's been used as a relief pitcher, and it's really a different mindset. Different attack plan for a pitcher. Preparation is different. How you get loose. Yeah, you know you're scheduled to pitch second. Grady knew he was going to come in behind Matt Tabbitt. But there's no clear-cut inning that you know you're going to enter. Yes, you have an idea. You should be ready to go by that 3rd, 4th inning. Matt Tabbitt continuing to get stretched out. You know, if things go awry, he gets in there a little bit early. Matt Tabbitt was pretty efficient here tonight for Norwich. Working 4 innings. Real blemish was the 3-run 3rd inning. Tabbitt did a nice job to minimize the floodgates from opening after Worcester loaded the bases with no outs. Jackson Marshall with the 2-run base hit has made it a 4-2 lead. Here's Wensley with 2 on and 1 out. Wensley so far is lined out to second. He's also got a sac fly to left. He cuts and misses at strike 1. Grady has plus stuff. Comes from a high 3/4 arm angle from the left side. Third base side of the rubber. Woodward bouncing around. He's the lead runner. 0-1. That's on the outside corner, strike 2. Grady now way ahead of the second baseman, Wensley. Wensley, a dangerous hitter. He certainly can make you pay. Open stance. Grady trying to solve him for the second out in the inning. Woodward still hopping around. The 0-2 outside. The fastball misses. Still a pitcher's count. 1-2 home. Both runners are going. This is lifted foul. It's out of play. Worcester looking to execute a double steal, but Woodward and Pappas will return to their respective bags. Norwich 5-3, and Brendan Grady starts the summer. Now he's further outside with ball 2. Speaking throughout the summer with Kyle Dombrowski, he said, when you look at the wins, those lineup cards posted throughout the Norwich locker room, there's a lot of Brendan Grady sprinkled in there. He's been a part of 5 of the wins so far this summer. The 2-2. That's fouled away. Wensley chases the high cheddar. Battle will continue. Grady's last start against Westfield lasted 4 innings, allowed 5 hits, 4 strikeouts to the 2 walks. Great improvements for Grady in his second summer in the Futures League. First as a Sea Unicorn. Even count on the second baseman, Wensley. Lefty on lefty battle, the 2-2. This is sawed away, foul. Wensley battling here with Brendan Grady. A tough customer has been Wensley all summer. Wensley hitting a staggering .446 entering play here today. Always a threat to reach base. It's a high chopper to first. Chaplin has it. He wins the race to the first base bag. 2 outs. Talk about the danger Wensley provides. He started the season after going 0 for 3 in his season debut July 4th against Norwich, strung together a 12-game hitting streak. He really hasn't cooled off since. Grady takes care of him. Now it's Marshall's turn. This is a big out to get. Second and third. This is drilled foul. Both runners advance a base. So second and third, but no balls, one strike on Jackson Marshall. Already has delivered a couple of RBI tonight. Woodward at third, Pappas at second. The 0-1. High fastball misses, and the count is even. The attack plan on Marshall's been to try and make him uncomfortable in the righty box, try and get into the hands of him. 1-1. Grady down and away with ball two. Oftentimes in baseball, look at the matchups. Lefty on righty matchup favorable towards a hitter. Grady has deceptive stuff. He's gotten the punch outs throughout the summer when he's needed them. Trying to strand a pair here in the fifth. The 2-1. Swung on and missed, strike two. High fastball. Marshall couldn't catch up to it. I think you have to go back to it. Was tardy to the party. See if he can blow it by him upstairs again. All twos across the board. 4-2, Worcester on top here in the top of the fifth. Lefty to the plate. Popped up is Marshall. It's out of play. Jackson in his second summer in the Futures League. A key piece to the Bravehearts offense. Already game number 50 of the summer for him. A 307 hitter this summer in Worcester. Even count, 2-2 on Marshall. And start down low for him. He doesn't even think about taking the bat off his shoulder. That's wide for ball three. Marshall sets his hands a little lower than most. Hitting's different for everybody. There's no one right way to get the job done. Full count on Jackson Marshall, the cleanup hitter for the Bravehearts. He swings and misses for strike three. Brendan Grady gasses it by him. He punches out Marshall, and Norwich out of the jam. Headed to the home half when we return. 4-2 Bravehearts.
Safe to visit the dentist. In a word, yes. Especially if that dentist is Dr. Katzoff and the staff at Griswold Dental Associates. They follow all the latest safety protocols while doing what they do best, taking care of you. From preventive to restorative, your dental care couldn't be in better hands. To schedule your appointment, call Griswold Dental Associates today, 860-376-2626. That's 860-376-2626.
Top, that's one, not two or three. This real life, baby, don't make believe. I just make it look easy like ABC. I'm on it 24/7, 25/8. I just pick up the pace and I violate. I eat it all up like a dinner plate. I been on the move like I'm running late. Left, right, left, let's go. I'm unstoppable. I got money flowing in case you didn't know. They used to doubt me, now I got them like wow. Making boss moves, I've been on a roll. I'm blowing up, gotta put them on hold. I am the bag, that's what I've been told. I keep my cool under pressure like a boss. I'm all in, it don't matter what it costs. All I do is win and look good from the top. Let's go. I am unstoppable. Okay. I am unstoppable.
It's a Marvel question. That's why I didn't know what the fuck.
Ready to go here. Home half of the fifth inning. Fans, just one last chance to catch the Norwich Sea Unicorns in their specialty Rosa New England uniforms. Norwich back in them on Thursday, August 7th. Final regular season home game at Dodd Stadium with the Rose of New England emblazoned on the front red section, and then the three blue sections to signify the three rivers of Norwich. Those specialty uniforms are presented by Dime Bank. Norwich has had success in their specialty uniforms, 3-1 this summer. On Friday nights here at home in those Rose of New England uniforms. Here's Scanlon to bat. Ball one is up and in. Little chin music from Caleb Allen to start the fifth inning. Nice work by Brendan Grady to get through the top of the inning unscathed. Allen has that little hitch in his motion when he comes down off the mound. Makes it tricky to try and time him up. Scanlon in a hitter's count. It's 2-0. The pitch. That's on the outside corner, strike one. Back in the count is the right-hander, Caleb Allen. Norwich has played Worcester quite well. 5-6 so far in 11 games against the Bravehearts. He swings and misses at the curve for strike two. Scanlon single to center field his first time up. Allen retired CJ on just one pitch to get through the bottom of the fourth inning. Scanlon gets just enough of it to stay alive. Scanlon had the walk-off hit on Sunday against Westfield. That gave Norwich a 5-game winning streak. He chases the high fastball. Allen ties him up. Leadoff man struck out to begin the Norwich fifth. Top of the order we go. It's Chase Taylor. Taylor is grounded out on a comebacker to the mound. He's also singled into right field. Chase Taylor, 5 feet 9 inches, 150 pounds. He's in the lefty box. Los Medanos, Taylor was a .384 hitter. He's going to be an intriguing player to watch at UConn. The 1-0. Off speed pitch. Allen took something off of it. Taylor chops it foul. The count is even. Taylor is one of the smaller prospects headed to UConn. I mean, he looks almost miniature compared to Jackson Marshall if he reaches it first. Let's see if we can get a camera shot of that size differentiation. If Taylor can reach when he is aboard at first, Jackson Marshall is a foot taller than him. This is in the air out to center field. Woodward charging in. He slides. He makes the catch. Caleb Woodward with a sliding effort robs Chase Taylor of a base hit. 2 outs now in the Norwich fifth. Wow, Caleb Woodward with some kind of speed turned on the afterburners to get to it. Chase Taylor with a sliding catch, and then Caleb Woodward says, hey, I can do that too in center field. Now 2 outs. Here's the center fielder, Gavin O'Brien. Defensive stat that is tracked across Major League Baseball is DRS. It stands for defensive runs saved. And I would have to imagine Caleb Woodward in the Futures League, although it has not been tracked this summer, he nearly has to be at the top. It is ridiculous speed he has. He makes a big difference out there. Allen on the outside corner is strike one. Two and one on the Norwich center fielder. O'Brien out of Salisbury, Connecticut. He hits it sharply on the ground. Wensley has it. To first he goes. The inning is over. Caleb Allen works a scoreless fifth inning. 4-2 Worcester. We're headed to the sixth. Fans, stick with us for the Capital Property Group postgame show following the ball game. Want to make sure you stick with us. Capital Property Group, condo and real estate management. Go to mycapitalteam.com. Find out who the player of the game is going to be. Hoping to chat about a Sea Unicorns win on a Saturday night. Brendan Grady ready to work after a scoreless fifth inning. He battled his way through some danger. Struck out Jackson Marshall to end the inning. Norwich has as difficult of a remainder of its schedule as they get. First place Worcester tonight. In Westfield, you can never count them out. Yeah, they're trail the Futures League. They're in last place. They're in the cellar, but they're no easy out. Norwich has won a handful of games against them by 2 runs or fewer. Home run derby win, a walk-off win. So it's not going to be easy tomorrow at Boland's Field. It's a Starfires team in full spoiler mode. Grady ready to go. It's Kurt Boyd leading it off. He bounces it on the backhand side of Nolan. It skips through into center field. Kurt Boyd is on, and the Bravehearts have the leadoff man on to start the 6th. That has to be scored as an error. It will be. It's charged against C.J. Nolan. He just took his eyes off the baseball at the last moment. Man on for the designated hitter, Cam Papetti. Second error committed by Norwich defensively. Brady's first delivery is the fastball. He's squeezed by the home plate umpire, John Fisher, for ball 1. Grady's locked into the zone. He's arguably one of the best arms on the staff for Kyle Dombrowski this summer. Zach Gitcher's given him high praise. His compete level, his work ethic, but just the life behind his pitches. He's got some really good stuff. As long as he can locate, he is quite dominant. He misses now with ball 2. Grady's best outing was a 5-inning performance against the Nashua Silver Knights. It was just a pitching clinic put on by Grady. On the move is Boyd. Ball 2 misses upstairs and inside. And the throw from Harchie not in time. Check that, ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike on the designated hitter, Cam Papetti. Not the guy you want to put into a fastball count. Papetti can really scorch him out of here. He's already crushed 2 home runs this summer against Norwich. Those are both at Fitton Field. Hitters count 3-1. That's on the inside corner, strike 2. Papetti was ready to get rid of the bat and head to first base. Papetti was teammates last summer with Grady on Westfield. He had some real big swings for the Starfires. He's rung up on strike 3. A bottom shelf fastball grazes the bottom of the zone. Papetti can't believe the call. And Grady sends him packing for the first out here in the 6th. That was a strike the whole way it got. The bottom of the zone, no doubt about that. Grady locks him up. 2 strikeouts on the night for the Southpaw. This will bring up the third baseman, Jalem Sepulveda. Sepulveda out of Western Oklahoma. He ropes this through into left field off the glove of Walsh. That'll put the runners at the corners. Charlie Walsh sold out. He got a piece of it, but not all of it. That was well struck off the bat by Sepulveda. He ambushes Grady on the first delivery home. A lot of hitters in the Futures League, they'll be aggressive early in counts because they know that they are expecting a fastball. More times than not, you won't see a get-me-over curveball or a changeup. Pitchers want to get ahead in this league. More times than not, it's the fastball. Grady throws the fastball outside for ball 1. Even for plenty of big leaguers that join the majors, any swing early in counts, hitting a major league slider and a curveball, that's about as challenging as it gets. You know, you're going to see fastballs early in counts, and players have unlocked that here this summer in the Futures League. Even count, it's a ball and a strike on the shortstop, Silva. Grady sets, takes a look at the runner, the 1-1. Cut on and missed for strike 2. Good spot for Grady. Silva so far has been hit by a pitch. He's also rolled into a 4-6-3 inning-ending double play. to conclude matters in the fourth. Grady trying to strike him out here for out number 2 in the 6th. Off the end of the bat. This is lifted foul. It's out of play. Going back to that point. Early in counts, yes, you see the fastball, but secondary pitches, when you get the scouting report and you know that some guys haven't had the best command or feel of it, they really get tucked into a box as far as what their options become. That's something Zach Gitcher spoke about with this pitching staff for Norwich. When teams find that you're out of the zone on your second and third pitches, that really makes the job a lot harder. 2-2, fouled away. That was the case in Vermont for Norwich. Some command troubles at times, but give credit to Vermont how clutch they were. The way they chipped away and battled their way back into every game to find wins. It's an even count on Silva, 2-2. Grady sets. Lefty ready to work. In motion goes Boyd. A swing and a miss for strike 3. Good throw from Harchie. It's in time. A strike him out, throw him out. Inning ending double play. Surebright Commercial Cleaning Services cleans up the traffic. Clay Harchie picks up his battery mate. A strikeout of Silva, and he throws out the base runner, Kurt Boyd, and we are headed to the home half.
Better with Burns. Much better. So much better with Burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better with Burns. You buy better with Burns. You buy better.
Summer is here, and unfortunately, temperatures may not be the only thing on the rise. If you're experiencing significant insurance increases, it's time to make the call. The Burns Agency, now a Hub International company, has more solutions than ever. With the same superior service you've come to know. Call, email, or stop in today to start your savings. The Burns Agency, a Hub International company, proudly serving Eastern Connecticut since 1932.
Dinosaurs are alive in 25 years and roaring strong. The Dinosaur Place is the largest dinosaur-themed family fun park in New England. A lot of value for one-of-a-kind attractions. Over 100 life-size dinosaurs, nature trails, and playscapes. Visit our popular T-Rex Tower and zero-depth dino-themed splash pad. A perfect day trip or staycation right here in Connecticut. Route 85 Montville with easy access off Interstate 395 and 95. Plan your next adventure. Go to thedinosaurplace.com.
Ready to go here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 4-2 Worcester. Caleb Allen back out for his second inning in relief. He's officially gone 2 1/3 innings here tonight. Fans, the Burns Agency in Norwich and Dayville, working smart and hard for residents and businesses since 1932. Let us do the same for you too. Go to theburnsagency.com because you'll buy better at Burns. Charlie Walsh will lead it off. Allen delivers ball 1 upstairs. It misses. Allen, really a middle inning reliever for the Bravehearts. Can chew up innings, and that's so important. It's incredibly important to build the bridge to the back end of their bullpen. It's helped win them a lot of games this summer. Even count on Walsh, though. 1-1. This is cranked foul to the concourse on the third base side. It's out towards the kids zone, the Mashantucket Barbecue Pequot Pavilion over there. A beautiful sight. Here is historic Dodd Stadium. A tapper foul for strike 2. Celebrating 30 years of baseball. 31st season here at Dodd Stadium after the gates opened April 17th, 1995. Pitchers count for Allen, though. 1-2. Again, this is hacked away foul. It's been a rough go for Allen recently. He's allowed 4 earned runs over his last 7 innings pitched. One, two. That just missed with the breaking ball. ERA 5.14 over the last 2 outings for Allen. He's been asked to eat a lot of innings. This is on the right side of the infield. Wensley has it. Over to first he goes. Walsh retired. One down for the first baseman, Chase Chaplin. Yep, has really gotten things going for himself as of late. Chaplin out of Apex, North Carolina. The Yale Bulldog, he's done a little bit of pitching. He's played some right field this summer for Norwich as well. He's done that against the Bravehearts at Fitton Field, playing right field. Primarily as a first baseman. Allen ahead of him, no balls, 1 strike. Righty to the plate. That's down and away, the count is even. Chaplin has hits now in 4 straight games. 1-1. Swung on and missed, strike 2. In the series against the Lake Monsters, Chaplin went 4 for 13. 1-2. Oh, good spot. Allen thought he had Chaplin rung up on strike 3. Chap is also hit into a fielder's choice ground out along with his base hit into left field. Even count against the All-Star Chase Chaplin. Breaking ball spun in the dirt for ball 3. Chaplin's been joined by a couple of his Bulldogs teammates at times throughout the summer. 3-2. That is taken just downstairs for ball 4. Good eye for Chase Chaplin. He works the leadoff walk. Tying run coming to the plate. It's the designated hitter, Cal Chance. Unicorns have a 1-out base runner in the form of Chase Chaplin. Wow, what an eye he had. It didn't miss by much. Allen squeezed there. He's been squeezed on a couple of calls. He's got strike 1 on the Norwich catcher. Unicorns back to 4 backstops on the roster. Aiden Baglino has returned. Clay Hartshee back from injury. And a recent addition of Jack Cushman out of the University of St. Joseph. Swing and a miss there for strike 2. Allen took something off of it downstairs. Chance trying to get it going again offensively after a 4-game hitting streak was snapped in Vermont. This is sawed away for strike 2. Chance gets a hold of one. He can really drill it. 0-2. Another foul off. Chance in full protection mode against the All-Star Caleb Allen. Chaplin the runner at first. It's no balls, 2 strikes on the Walcott, Connecticut native. Chance in the lefty box. Boyd sets up outside. Another foul off, 3 in a row. Battle intensifying between Allen and Chance. Allen's made 32 pitches, 21 for strikes. The curveball just missed for ball 1. That's why Allen has been so shut down this summer. He's been a strike thrower. You know he's going to compete within the zone. The 1-2. This is popped up in the air. On the infield dirt to the lip of the grass. It's the shortstop, Silva, 2 down. Now, 2 innings for Allen. Trying to make it 2 1/3 of scoreless baseball here tonight. It's the right fielder, Jack Sweeney. He's flied to right. He's also flied to center. 2-0. Inning were to continue, it would mean a chance for Clay Harchie. We're just trying to amplify the pressure. Home half of the 6th inning. 2-0 on Sweeney. There's the fastball. It catches the outer edge. Sweeney, a right fielder for Norwich. He's played some left field as well out of Cream Ridge, New Jersey. Rutgers product trying to deliver for Norwich. The 2-1 delivery. That's on the outside corner. Sweeney's watched a couple strikes at the outer zone. Righty on righty matchup. Sweeney has seen plenty of Worcester this summer. Trying to make it count. On the go is Chaplin. The pitch gets away from Boyd. It goes to the backstop. Full count on Jack Sweeney. It's 3-2. No better pitch for Chaplin to go on. Expect 2-2 to get something nasty. Sweeney got one. It wasn't near the zone, and Chaplin to scoring position. It could mean a run. Norwich trails by a pair. 3-2. That misses. Sweeney draws a 2-out walk. Second walk issued by Allen here in the 6th inning. A chance now for Clay Harchie. Fans, this week's Craftsmanship Tip of the Week is presented by Artisan Building and Remodeling. They're your trusted local experts in home improvement. If you're thinking about a new roof, consider Solar Shingles. They offer the same protection as a traditional roof while also generating clean, renewable energy. It's a smart and sustainable upgrade built to last. First pitch home to Harchie, in the air out to shallow center field. Woodward moving in. He slides. He makes the catch. Caleb Woodward with another run-saving catch. Clay Harchie retired, and the inning is over. 4-2 Worcester. The 7th is straight ahead on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SNSN Sports.
It's the Make This the Summer event going on now at Falvey's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Norwich. Make this the summer that you try something new and fun. Make this the summer you say I do to a new vehicle that you can custom order online at falveys.com or stop into the dealership. Falvey's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Norwich, just down the road from Mohegan Sun.
Falvey's, you're gonna love it.
Sea Unicorn fans, want to watch the Sea Unicorns like a VIP? Book a Dodd Stadium luxury suite, perfect for business outings, birthdays, or a night out with friends. Enjoy indoor and outdoor seating, a flat screen TV, your own private server, and the option to pre-order from our catering menu, all while catching every pitch in comfort. Order your luxury suite today for just $500 for up to 20 guests, or go big with a double suite for $900 and bring 40. Don't miss out. Call now, 860-887-7962 and reserve your suite today.
Wednesday and Thursday of next week, game times all at 6:30. And don't forget on the 7th, fireworks sponsored by Liberty Bank.
I refuse. I'd rather go to the outfield cameras just to score.
Caleb Woodward, something special, isn't he? Wow, what another play for him. Took away a potential third run of the ball game. Sliding grab out there in center field. Nick DeRue with the replay angle there. I mean, wow, Caleb Woodward, what else can you say? He's been an all-star. The bat, the fielding, his speed. Got a lot of great tools. He's been one of the best in the Futures League. Home half, check that. Top of the 7th inning we are. This game is rolling right along. Brendan Grady back to work. Fastball's way up and away. It's ball 1 to the left fielder, Mason Clark. Clark, the batter out of Boston College, Audubon, Massachusetts native, is taking for strike 1. Ready, trying to make it 3 scoreless innings tonight. Norwich could desperately use it, playing from behind. Swing and a miss now, strike 2. Grady can have it working out of the bullpen. That would be a big pickup for the Norwich bullpen. Yes, he's been a part of the roster all summer, but things are going to shift once we enter the postseason of some roles here for Norwich. Fastball just misses outside. Count is even, 2-2. Clark now in his 22nd game of the summer. A .213 hitter as the Braveheart left fielder. He swings and misses for strike 3. Brendan Grady ties him in a knot. The inside fastball. That's a great pitch for Grady. When he locates the inside heater, he can really stuff righty batters. One down, top of the order we go. It's Caleb Woodward. Which is going to have some decisions to make, and now they utilize their roster. The postseason looming ahead. Norwich trying to whittle that magic number closer to 0. 0-1. Cranked foul for strike 2. The only way you whittle it down is you have to win games. Don't want to rely on outside help. New Britain trying to catch Norwich. They helped themselves out. Win over Vermont yesterday, 9-2. Bees can certainly win them. They have great pitching. The 0-2. Outside, it misses for ball 1. Woodward yet to be retired tonight. Hit by pitch. He's singled into left field. He's also drawn a walk. Grady trying to retire him. He's got 2 strikes against the Worcester leadoff man. The 1-2 pitch. Tapper foul. The battle's not over yet. Short stance for Woodward. He's in the lefty box. 1-2 from the lefty. It's inside. It hits him. Third batter that's been plunked today. Second time that Woodward's been hit by the pitch. And the Bravehearts have a 1-out base runner. It's their leadoff man. Maybe as scary as they come. Already 21 steals this summer. Never want to hit a guy with 2 strikes. Every time Norwich has hit a batter, it's come with 2 strikes. Another free runner for Worcester. It's Nick Pappas. What a block back there by Harchie. Fans, big family fun with life-size dinosaurs. Amazing adventures await at the Dinosaur Place. It's the largest dinosaur park in New England, located on Route 85 in Montville, Connecticut. On the move is Woodward. Harchie's throw is not in time, a stolen base. 2 steals tonight, now 22 on the summer for Woodward. The Dinosaur Place, it's right on the way to the shore. Come face to face with roaring replicas, explore the trails, and make unforgettable memories. Visit thedinosaurplace.com to plan your trip today. Even count, big jump for Woodward over there at second. Well, you have to wonder if he's thinking about going for third. Right guy to do it with a righty at the plate. Tough throw over to third. We're going to throw around the batter. Pappas would have to get out of the way to give Harchie a throwing lane. So 1-2 on the right fielder. He pops it up. In shallow right field, it's going to be C.J. Nolan to make the grab. He whips it back in quickly. That'll freeze Woodward at second, 2 outs. Fans, Eastern Connecticut Savings Bank, a new name with the same great people and service you know is coming soon. Eastern Connecticut Savings Bank, a division of Ascend Bank. A big out for Grady. He's got a couple outs now in the 7th inning. When we head to the bottom of the 7th, it'll be 8-9-1 due up in the Norwich order. Strike one is on the outside corner to the second baseman, Casey Wensley. Wensley is good of a hitter that he's been. He's also a smart hitter. Knows his strike zone very well. He cuts and misses on strike two. Good spot for Grady. He's pitched him well so far tonight. Wensley is grounded out to first, a sac fly to left. He's also lined out to second. Looking for his first hit. That could mean a run, though. Grady's delivery drilled back up the middle, past the diving reach of Walsh. It's into center field. Woodward around 30, nearly stumbled. RBI base hit, Casey Wensley. And with 2 outs and 2 strikes, Wensley delivers 5-2 Worcester.
Well, first baseman, Jackson Marshall.
It's just one of those RBIs where that hit by pitch comes back to haunt you. It came with 2 strikes on Caleb Woodward. Now shaken up out there. Appears to be the shortstop, Charlie Walsh. He's trying to let the trainer know he's okay. Unicorns have made some more roster moves. They've added another infielder. That is Michael Fiataron. Him and Kevin O'Brien were teammates at Salisbury. Walsh is going to stay in this ball game. I mean, wow, Casey Wensley again. It's how good he's been. He's hitting over the 430 marker for good reason. You have to get hits with 2 strikes against you. Wensley delivers a gut punch here in the 7th inning with 2 outs and 2 strikes. Grady had 1 foot through the door to get through the inning unscathed. Run is crossed. And the Worcester lead has been stretched to 3. Swing and a miss there. Harchie's throw for first, the snap throw. Trying to backpick Wensley. It's not in time. Wow. Tough call made over there by the first base umpire, Brian Roth. Archie had a Wensley leaning. He had a big lead over there at first. He was trying to help Grady get through the inning. 0-1 on Marshall. Grady has struck him out tonight. He's taking upstairs with ball 1. Marshall has had his struggles on the elevated heater, especially when he's been jammed inside. That's been the difficult part of the zone for him to get to. Low and away has been his hot zone, the 1-1. He cuts and misses for strike 2. Marshall again just in enough on his hands to get that by him. Marshall has hit the fastball well. On the move is Wensley. Ball 2 is inside. Harchie's throw not in time. The stolen base for Casey Wensley. The 4th tonight from Worcester overall. Another good throw by Clay Harchie. He's trying to help Grady get through this 7th inning without further damage. A run is scored on the RBI single off the bat of Casey Wensley. All 2s across the board. The 2-2. That's punched foul. The battle not over. Marshall with a couple of RBIs. That was on the base hit to left field. That's sandwiched in between a couple of strikeouts. On the ropes here, it's 2-2 with 2 outs. Runner at second is Wensley. Lefty sets at the belt. Archie sets up inside the 2-2. He's popped up in foul ground. It'll drift into the seats. It's out of play. Love the way Archie's setting up this target. He is moving in Marshall inside. He knows he's getting pitched in. But when you can execute that pitch, it's a tough one to get to. More times than not, you're popping it up or swinging by it. Grady trying to stop the 7th. 2-2 on the dangerous Marshall. Again, Wensley's going. It's by Marshall. He struck him out. Third time today, Marshall has struck out. The second by Grady. It's stretch time in Norwich, presented by GOAT Physical Therapy and Wellness. Hey fans, is your body throwing wild pitches? Don't settle for big box physical therapy where you're just another number. At GOAT Physical Therapy and Wellness in Waterford, we deliver Major League care. From everyday aches to pelvic health, fitness for beginners, and even treatment trusted by professional athletes. You'll get one-on-one time with expert therapists who treat the whole you, not just a sore spot. No assembly lines, no insurance headaches, just real results. Step up to the plate at GOAT PT, the greatest of all time in physical therapy. Visit goatpt.com to book your free phone consultation today.
Safe to visit the dentist. In a word, yes, especially if that dentist is Dr. Katzoff and the staff at Griswold Dental Associates. They follow all the latest safety protocols while doing what they do best, taking care of you. From preventive to restorative, your dental care couldn't be in better hands. To schedule your appointment, call Griswold Dental Associates today, 860-376-2626. That's 860-376-2626.
Top, that's 1, not 2 or 3. This real life, baby, don't make believe. I just make it look easy like ABC. I'm on it 24/7, 25/8. I just pick up the pace and I violate. I eat it all up like a dinner plate. I been on the move like I'm running late. Left, right, left, let's go. I'm unstoppable. I got money flowing in case you didn't know. They used to doubt me, now I got them like wow. Making boss moves, I've been on a roll. I'm blowing up, gotta put them on hold. I am the bag, that's what I've been told. I keep my cool under pressure like a boss. I'm all in, it don't matter what it costs. All I do is win and look good from the top. Let's go. I am unstoppable. Okay. I am unstoppable.
Caleb Allen back out to work. He's gone 2 1/3 innings of scoreless baseball tonight. Bottom of the 7th inning, 5-2 Worcester. After Casey Wensley's driven in the 5th run of the night. 2 out, 2 strike RBI, base hit into left field. Norwich trying to come back here in the late innings. It's 0-2 on the Norwich second baseman. Nolan so far tonight has popped out. He's also flied to center. Sea Unicorns looking for that late inning magic. That's way outside. It misses, ball 1. CJ out of Coventry, Connecticut. Got plenty of might. Both of his home runs this summer have come in Worcester. The Sea Unicorns have not homered at home this summer. This is on the ground to short. Silva picks it across the diamond. It's just in the nick of time. CJ out by just a hair. And the Dodd Stadium faithful have other thoughts on the call. 1 down. One down. Here's Connor Scanlon. Fans at Griswold Dental. Their goal is to create a trusting relationship with patients where their comfort and health is our first priority. Start your journey to better health today at griswolddental.net. Curveball is just outside. It misses, ball 1. As good as the Worcester offense is, their defense has been equally impressive tonight. It's paved the way to a lead. This is hit on the line. It is caught by Silva. He just elevated enough to get to it. It wasn't really over his head, but it was right at him. Scanlon hit it on the screws, but nothing to show for it. Silva's made a couple nice plays behind Allen. The first 2 outs here in the Norwich 7th inning. Kyle Dombrowski wants to have a quick word with the leadoff hitter, Chase Taylor. While he does that, word here from Griswold Pride. Substance use disorder does not discriminate who it affects, and it affects more than just the individual. The effects of substance use impact our whole society. Learn more at griswoldpride.org. It's been quick work for Allen here in this 7th inning. Trying to get through it in under 10 pitches. Curveball is down and in for ball 1. Taylor has a great swing, hoping to keep the 7th inning alive. Hitters count, it's 2-0. The pitch in the air, he popped it up. Shallow straightaway center field. Woodward has it, he makes the grab. Norwich retired in order in the 7th. Headed to the 8th inning, 5-2 Worcester on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SNSN Sports. Heading to the 8th inning here in Norwich, 5-2 for the visitors. Been tough goings for Norwich when trailing after 7 innings this summer. Norwich is 0-19 when trailing after 7. Hoping to spot a comeback here tonight. It's going to take a mighty effort against some late leverage arms in the back of the Worcester bullpen. Norwich at home on Saturdays, just 1-2 this summer. Swing and a miss there, the count is even. However, on Friday nights, Norwich has been a great team, 7-3 on Fridays. Looking for some Saturday night magic here at Dodd. Final Saturday home game of the regular season. Hoping to make it a winning effort. 2-1 on the catcher, Kurt Boyd. Grady sets the 2-1. Cut on and missed. Shoelace backdoor slider. Tied him up. Good pitch there by Grady. Norwich will head to Bullens Field tomorrow. 1 o'clock first pitch at Bullens Field. A swing and a miss. Strike 3. Brendan Grady strikes out the catcher Boyd to begin the 8th inning. Now 4 strikeouts for the Southpaw. This will bring up the designated hitter, Cam Papetti. And he's got a great pop in his bat. Out of Grafton, Massachusetts. He was named to the America East All-Rookie team as a freshman at Bryant. He takes just outside for ball 2. 8 homers, 18 runs batted in 24 runs scored for Papetti as a freshman. 2-0. Waving a miss to the fastball. Grady's got a deceptive heater. Doesn't throw it the hardest, but it is a good combo with this slider that he has and his changeup. Archie sets him up inside. 2-1 to Papetti. He tied him up again inside, and the count is evened. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Petty, a two-sport athlete. He played hockey as well before sticking with baseball at the collegiate level. This is in the air to right field. That is going foul. Home run height and distance, but Papetti drills it foul. Long strike 2, and the battle will continue. In his senior year at Worcester Academy as a baseball player, Papetti at .403, 20 runs batted in, .549 on base percentage. 3 years of varsity hockey at Worcester Academy. From his freshman to his junior year. And then he was all baseball as a senior. Even count, 2-2. Lefty to the plate. That misses. The count is full. Papetti has struck out twice. Check that. He's struck out 3 times. He reached, though, on a drop third strike. Count is full to 3-2. Just lifting it back to the screen was Papetti. The battle's not over yet. Full count again. Popped up. This is going to cruise into the seats. And the battle will continue. Papetti last summer for the Starfires hit .281 in the regular season, 7 doubles and 5 homers. Another foul ball. It's into the bleachers. Ridiculous numbers for Papetti. And some big moments late in the season, in the playoffs as well. Part of a Starfires group that made it to the championship. It's 3-2. That is just below the zone outside. And Papetti works his way on. It's a 1-out walk. The Bravehearts have a base runner here in the 8th. One on for the third baseman, Jalem Sepulveda. Fans, by purchasing a ticket to Tuesday night's home game, you get a free ticket voucher to the ball game Thursday, August 7th, when the Norwich Sea Unicorns play host to the New Britain Bees. 2 for $5 hot dog specials awaiting you as well at concession stands. Want to see you at the ballpark. 0-1 on Sepulveda. Grady takes a look at the base runner. It's on the outside corner. He's way ahead of Sepulveda. Jalem so far tonight has singled to left, struck out, and grounded out to the mound. 1 out, 1 on. On 0-2 to the plate. That's the way upstairs. Grady's gone to the high cheddar tonight when he's had 2 strike counts. He's looking to just expand the zone. And pitches are elevated in the zone. Looks a lot bigger to the batter. That's where you get the chases. 1-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. North-south goes Grady. He's got 6 strikeouts tonight. This is going to bring out the manager, Kyle Dombrowski, with Henry Silva coming to bat. This might be the end of the line tonight for Grady. He's gone 3 2/3. He's allowed 1 earned run, 6 strikeouts. He's hit a batter. Norwich is going to make a move to the bullpen. Good outing for Brendan Grady here tonight. He will be lifted. He'll get a round of applause tonight from the Dodd Stadium faithful. Norwich is making a move here with 2 outs and a man on. We'll take a moment. We'll step aside. We'll meet the new pitcher when we return on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SNSN Sports.
Buy better. Better it burns. Much better. So much better it burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better it burns. You buy better it burns. You buy better.
Summer is here, and unfortunately, temperatures may not be the only thing on the rise. If you're experiencing significant insurance increases, it's time to make the call. The Burns Agency, now a Hub International company, has more solutions than ever. With the same superior service you've come to know. Call, email, or stop in today to start your savings. The Burns Agency, a Hub International company, proudly serving Eastern Connecticut since 1932.
Dinosaurs are alive in 25 years and roaring strong. The Dinosaur Place is the largest dinosaur-themed family fun park in New England. A lot of value for one-of-a-kind attractions. Over 100 life-size dinosaurs, nature trails, and playscapes. Visit our popular T-Rex Tower and zero-depth dino-themed splash pad. A perfect day trip or staycation right here in Connecticut. Route 85 Montville with easy access off Interstate 395 and 95. Plan your next adventure. Go to thedinosaurplace.com.
New pitcher in the ball game for Norwich is the right-hander out of the University of Hartford. Justin Gwen is going to pitch for Norwich. North Haven, Connecticut native. So far this summer, the right-hander in 13 appearances, all out of the Norwich bullpen. 4.65 the ERA, 19 in the third innings worked, 14 strikeouts to the 9 walks. This summer against Worcester, he's appeared 3 times against the Bravehearts. He picked up the victory against Worcester July 24th. 2 scoreless innings, allowed 2 hits. He walked a couple, he struck out a pair, trying to end the 8th inning. It's Silva, the batter. Righty deals the fastball on the inside corner, strike 1. Wynn is going to be a big part of the Norwich bullpen if they want success here in the postseason. He pops up Silva. Archie looking after it. It'll dump into the bleachers. It's out of play. That was a big win for Norwich. July 24th, comeback win for the Sea Unicorns. That was in the 7th inning. 7th inning comeback. It's the only one of the few times Norwich has won a game after trailing beyond the 6th inning. 0-2. That misses for ball 1. Norwich went trailing after 6 innings this summer, just 1 in 19. In fact, that was the only win Norwich has had in comeback style in the late innings. Archie sets up inside the 1-2 home. On the ground, a third. Sliding effort by Scanlon. He picks himself up. He sets his feet. A strike across the diamond, and the inning is over. Connor Scanlon with a DB lot, feeling electric play of the game. Norwich gets out of it. They keep Worcester off the board. Headed to the home half when we come back.
It's the Make This the Summer event going on now at Falvey's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Norwich. Make this the summer that you try something new and fun. Make this the summer you say I do to a new vehicle that you can custom order online at falveys.com or stop into the dealership. Falvey's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Norwich, just down the road from Mohegan Sun.
Falvey's, you're gonna love it.
Sea Unicorn fans, Want to watch the Sea Unicorns like a VIP? Book a Dodd Stadium luxury suite, perfect for business outings, birthdays, or a night out with friends. Enjoy indoor and outdoor seating, a flat screen TV, your own private server, and the option to pre-order from our catering menu, all while catching every pitch in comfort. Order your luxury suite today for just $500 for up to 20 guests, or go big with a double suite for $900 and bring 40. Don't miss out. Call now, 860-887-7962, and reserve your suite today.
Leading off the bottom half, 20 number 8, the Your Sea Unicorns, the center fielder Gavin O'Brien.
Sweet sounds of Sweet Caroline. Play over Dodd Stadium. That means we're in the bottom of the 8th inning. 4-2 the lead for Worcester. If you're just joining us, Worcester took a 4-1 lead, 3-run top of the 3rd inning. It's been the real difference maker. That was a 2-run single by Jackson Marshall into left field. Norwich got a run back. And then it was Casey Wensley with 2 outs and 2 strikes in the top of the 7th inning. When recorded the final out in the top of the inning. Gavin O'Brien starts it out against Caleb Allen, who has been sharp in relief. The 1-1. That's a fastball. Paint on the outside corner. Obi so far tonight is grounded out to second. He's doubled to left field. Also a infield single for himself. Obi trying to start the engine in the 8th. He's looking at the curveball breakaway. Count is even, 2-2. Obi's been a consistent hitter for Norwich since the All-Star break. Another multi-hit effort on 2-2. Up and away for ball 3. Obi, you feel like he's going to be in the lineup almost every day the rest of the season. O'Brien with hits now in 6 straight games. The 3-2. Tapper back to the protective netting. Obi looking to set the table for the middle of the order. Walsh and then Chase Chaplin. This is the part of the order that can really make the action happen. So full count on Obi. The 3-2. Bounding ball to second. Wensley has it to first in time. 1 down. Fans, Cal's appliance. Cal doesn't sell appliances. He fixes them with years of experience and a reputation for honest, reliable work. Cal's Appliance offers residential appliance repair across all of Eastern Connecticut. Whether it's your fridge, washer, or stove that's acting up, Cal gets the job done right. Call Cal's Appliance and get your household back on track. No sales pitch, just service. Charlie Walsh is on. Allen hits him with the pitch, and the Sea Unicorns have a 1-out base runner.
The first baseman, Chase Chaplin.
Chap is walked. A single up the middle. Also a fielder's choice ground out. Have to imagine he's swinging away. Double plays in order. Walsh runs well. He's already stolen a bag tonight. He has 7 on the summer. Unicorns have won the last 3 meetings against the Bravehearts. Now a flare shot into center field is going to fall in. 2 on, 1 out. Unicorns trying to rumble the Jets here in the 8th inning. Chase Chaplin just muscles it out into center field. This is going to bring out the pitching coach, Greg Stegani. Norwich has the table set. In fact, it's their manager, Luke Beckstein. He's made a signal to the bullpen. And Worcester is going to remove Caleb Allen from the ball game. 2 2/3 for him, but the 2 on are his responsibility. We'll meet the new pitcher when we come back. Buckle your seatbelts. The tying run is coming to the plate.
Family Motors has arrived. They're your local auto super center. Put some excitement in your day and rent a Polaris Slingshot from Strain Family Motors, adjacent to the Green Onion Restaurant on River Road. Check out Strain Family Motors Super Center on Facebook as well as strainfamilymotors.com for everything sales, service, and excitement. River Road, Lisbon, Strain Family Motors, your local auto super center.
Hey, Sea Unicorn fans, ready to rep your Norwich Sea Unicorns? Dive into the point-of-sale team store. From hats and jerseys to gear that covers every base, show your Sea Unicorn spirit and style. From ballpark essentials to unique souvenirs, there's something for every fan in the pod. Stop by during any home game or shop anytime at seaunicorns.milbstore.com. That's seaunicorns.milbstore.com. The point-of-sale team store has you covered all season long. New pitcher in the ballgame is the southpaw out of Wheaton College and Hopkinton, Massachusetts, Josh Fisher. He will make his 14th appearance of the summer, all out of the Worcester bullpen. .378 the ERA, 16 2/3 innings worked, 28 strikeouts to 3 walks. Incredible strikeout to walk ratio. He enters with 2 on and 1 out in the bottom of the 8th inning. Norwich has put their rally caps on. Sea Unicorns trying to rally here late. Sea Unicorns have plenty of late inning dramatic comeback efforts, but just one successful. That came on July 24th against the Worcester Bravehearts in a comeback win. Fisher, the new arm, the All-Star, made his way in through the fan vote. One of the 15 representatives for Worcester at Polar Park. First batter up to face him is a pinch hitter for Norwich. Bryce Detweiler will bat. Detweiler hitting in the spot of Cal Chance. Righty on lefty battle here, the 1-0. That's ruled for strike one. Have to like the matchup card used there by Kyle Dombrowski. Chance a good lefty bat, but you cannot pass up the opportunity to give this kid right here an opportunity. One big swing could tie the game. Breaking ball dips downstairs, 2-1. Detweiler showed off his explosive power in the home run derby at Finn Field. He was the runner-up to Griffin Ennis of the Westfield Starfires. Detweiler just a riser out of Shillington, Pennsylvania. 2-1. Bouncing ball to second. Wensley has it. He steps on the second base bag. He fires to first. It's in time. An inning-ending, twin-killing double play. Wensley starts it. He finishes it. We're going to the ninth. 5-2 Worcester.
Safe to visit the dentist. In a word, yes, especially if that dentist is Dr. Katzoff and the staff at Griswold Dental Associates. They follow all the latest safety protocols while doing what they do best, taking care of you. From preventive to restorative, your dental care couldn't be in better hands. To schedule your appointment, call Griswold Dental Associates today, 860-376-2626. That's 860-376-2626.
Top, that's 1, not 2 or 3. This real life, baby, don't make believe. I just make it look easy like ABC. I'm on it 24/7, 25/8. I just pick up the pace and I violate. I eat it all up like a dinner plate. I been on the move like I'm running late. Left, right, left, let's go. I'm unstoppable. I got money flowing in case you didn't know. They used to doubt me, now I got them like wow. Making boss moves, I've been on a roll. I'm blowing up, gotta put them on hold. I am the bag, that's what I've been told. I keep my cool under pressure like a boss. I'm all in, it don't matter what it costs. All I do is win and look good from the top. I am unstoppable. I am unstoppable.
No, it's when.
Oh wait, yeah, they took them out already.
We're into the 9th inning here in Norwich, 5-2 Worcester. Justin Gwen back out after stepping in to record the final out in the top of the 8th inning. He'll be greeted by Mason Clark, and then it's the top of the order, a waiting of 9-1-2 for Worcester in the 9th. Bravehearts trying to make it 6 straight. Norwich trying to snap a 4-game slide. Around the Futures League here tonight. Vermont leading New Britain 10-4. That's good news for Norwich. After the Bees took down the Lake Monsters last night 9-2. That game is in the bottom of the 8th inning at Centennial Field. Historic Centennial Field. Over a century of baseball has been played there. Fastball slots into the outside corner. The count is even. Westfield Starfires continuing to play spoiler baseball. They have won in shutout fashion over the Nashua Silver Knights 4-0 at Holman Stadium. 1-1. Now speed pitch misses. It's 2 balls, 1 strike. Clark has struck out. He's lined out to short. Also a base hit into center field. It would be a safe situation in the bottom of the 9th inning if the score holds when we get there. For the Sea Unicorns, it'll be Jack Sweeney to lead off. Even count, 2-2 on Mason Clark. Still, check that his line today had the bunt single, the ground out to short, and the strikeout. Those were the numbers so far for the outfielder Mason Clark. When looking to start the inning on the right note, 2-2. The pitch on the ground, rolled over to third. Scanlon has it. He's been great defensively. His throw in time. Fans tune in Mondays at noon for lunch with the Sea Unicorns live from SNSN Studios in Jewett City. We talk the latest updates with your Norwich Sea Unicorns. A special guest joins us every week. It's always a lot of fun. Lunch with the Sea Unicorns returns this Monday at noon. Top of the order, it's Caleb Woodward. When the right-hander works from the first base side of the mound from the full windup, he deals strike 1. Woodward fouls it off. Woodward's been plunked twice, a base hit and a walk. Norwich yet to keep him off the base pass. He's already stolen a couple bags tonight. 0-1. Up and away, the changeup kept on drifting upstairs. Team has just kept on moving. Even count deliveries. Downstairs, ball 2. Woodward 6'2", 165 pounds, and boys, he covered a lot of ground tonight in center field. 2-1 pitch in the air to left field. Chase Taylor has a beat on it. He hauls it in for the second out. A key second out for Justin Gwen here in the 9th inning. And the first time tonight, Caleb Woodward is retired. Last chance in the Worcester 9th inning is the right fielder, Nick Pappas. Norwich looking for some 9th inning magic. Ball one is inside. Fans, Jewett City Savings Bank is your hometown bank for over 125 years. Start a new account at jcsbank.com or come into one of our convenient offices and find out why we are your community bank. Drilled into left field, trying to stretch a single to a double. His throw is in time. Chase Taylor with an outfield assist helps Justin Gwen end the inning. Nick Pappas drilled it into left field, and another outstanding play. It's Chase Taylor who throws a dart to the second base bag. Bottom of the ninth is next. Norwich needs 3 runs. Bottom of the ninth inning we go. Norwich chasing 3. Josh Fisher back out there after completing the bottom of the 8th inning. Van Strain Family Motors is not a car. It's not a motorcycle. It's a slingshot. Rent one from Strain Family Motors in Lisbon. Get that wind in your hair sensation when you rent a slingshot from Strain Family Motors. SFMslingshots.com. Jack Sweeney will lead it off. But how about that throw by Chase Taylor? Another incredible play here tonight. Sea Unicorns have had some great defense tonight. Now looking for the bats to pick them up. 2 runs on 6 hits, 2 errors for Norwich. 5 runs on 5 hits for Worcester. Fisher trying to lock it down. It would be win number 40 of the summer for Worcester. A league leading total. Norwich has been helped out. They're looking to help themselves out now, but they need 3 in the 9th to at least force extra innings. The 1-0. That's in the zone. Fisher has strike 1. Count is even on Jack Sweeney. Sweeney 0 for 2 with a walk. Out of Allentown High School, Jack Sweeney. Trying to start the engine for Norwich. He bounces it to short. Silva has the 2-hopper. Across the diamond in plenty of time. Sweeney retired, 1 down. This ball game rolling right along here tonight at Dodd Stadium. Fisher has 1 save this summer. That was his last outing, a 6-out save. 2 scoreless innings of no-hit baseball against the Silver Knights July 30th. Quick work of Jack Sweeney on the grounder to short. Here's the pinch hitter, Gabriel Rivera will bat. Rivera looks downstairs at ball 1. Another righty here. It would have been Clay Harchey's turn to bat. This ball game were to continue, I would imagine that Aiden Baglino would come into the ball game to catch the 10th inning. Sea Unicorns had Clay Harchey start this game as the catcher. Cal Chance, DH. Cal has already been pinch hit for. That was Bryce Detweiler. You want to keep his bat in there. Hitters count for Rivera. 2 balls, no strikes. On 2-0 to the plate. A cut and a miss for strike 1. Good life on the heater, and Rivera was behind on it. They're out of the Bronx, New York, in the righty box. Rivera can play third and first, but this is just a pinch hit spot for him. Still a hitter's count, the 2-1. Fouled away. Rivera timing it up. So far this summer, the Rutgers commit hitting .210 on the summer. 17 runs batted in, 1 homer, 1 double, just 2 extra base hits. They're at a nice day on Tuesday against the Lake Monsters. 2 for 6 in that ball game. Fisher has the count even. The lefty kicks and deals home. Curveball misses for ball 3. It was upstairs. You have to believe you're in a fastball count. 3-2. You don't want to walk a guy here. You want to force Norwich to hit their way on. It's 3-2 on Rivera. Swing and a miss on the fastball with some ride to it inside. Fisher punches out Rivera. And Norwich down to their final out tonight. Worcester trying to make it 6 straight and pick up their 5th win of the summer here at Dodd Stadium. Norwich has had their struggles this summer against the Bravehearts at Dodd. 1-4 at home. But when at Finn Field, Norwich is 4-2. Final chance tonight is in the hands of C.J. Nolan. Fans tune in for every Norwich Sea Unicorns pregame show, SCR Structures and Sheds. For over 25 years, we have succeeded by providing our customers with dependable storage solutions and a quality buying experience. SCR-structures.com. 0-1. Fouled away, strike 2. SCR Structures and Sheds, local, just up the road in North Franklin. Great partner of ours. Proud sponsor of the Norwich Sea Unicorns pregame show. Our next one is coming at you 6:10 p.m. on Tuesday night Eastern Time. 6:30 first pitch against the Lake Monsters. Norwich down to their final strike, the 0-2. Rolled over to short. Charging in is Silva. He's had a great night defensively. That's going to do it. 5 straight losses for Norwich in what has really been a rotten week to begin the month of August. Worcester now 5-1 here in the Rose City. They pick up win number 40 of the summer. They improve to 40-15. That's going to wrap things up for the broadcast. Stick with us. The Capital Property Group postgame show is headed your way next.
Buy better. Better with Burns. Much better. So much better with Burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better with Burns. You buy better at Burns. You buy better.
Summer is here, and unfortunately, temperatures may not be the only thing on the rise. If you're experiencing significant insurance increases, it's time to make the call. The Burns Agency, now a Hub International company, has more solutions than ever. With the same superior service you've come to know. Call, email, or stop in today to start your savings. The Burns Agency, a Hub International company, proudly serving Eastern Connecticut since 1932.
Dinosaurs are alive in 25 years and roaring strong. The Dinosaur Place is the largest dinosaur-themed family fun park in New England. A lot of value for one-of-a-kind attractions. Over 100 life-size dinosaurs, nature trails, and playscapes. Visit our popular T-Rex Tower and zero-depth dino-themed splash pad. A perfect day trip or staycation right here in Connecticut. Route 85 Montville with easy access off Interstate 395 and 95. Plan your next adventure. Go to thedinosaurplace.com.
Joined alongside the pitching coach of the Norwich Sea. Welcome back to the Norwich Sea Unicorns postgame show presented by Capital Property Group. Guess you just saw a little sneak peek, but Zach Gitcher, we caught up with him prior to the game. A great story he has. We spoke with him. He's doing it all. He's a high school math teacher. 6 years of college baseball. I mean, you talk about a guy that lives and breathes the game of baseball. He's always around it. Great mentor for the Sea Unicorns pitching staff. He's down there on the field right now behind home plate. If we get a look at that, that's Zach Gitcher. Great guy, a great mentor for this pitching staff. So we'll send it now to the interview. We spoke with the pitching coach, Zach Gitcher, on his unconventional journey in the game of baseball. For more on that, here's my conversation with the pitching coach, Zach Gitcher. Joined alongside the pitching coach of the Norwich Sea Unicorns, Zach Gitcher. Gitch, we've had plenty of interviews. This one a little bit different. Unconventional journey, I think, for you in baseball. 6 years of collegiate baseball combined between Clark, Southern New Hampshire. How much has baseball been a part of your life?
It's been a part of my life since I was a kid. My dad taking me out to the field almost every day, playing with football in the backyard, whether it's with my dad, my mom, or my grandparents. It's been a big part of my life in shaping who I am. Obviously, baseball is a game of failure, and as a teacher now, a lot of kids don't like to fail and make mistakes, but that's really how you learn. And I think the game has afforded me so many lessons through that.
It seems like you've brought that with this pitching staff here in Norwich. It's a young group, a lot of guys that are risers on this pitching staff. How much fun has it been for you to be able to watch them grow throughout the summer?
No, yeah, I think it's truly special to be able to work with young college individuals that they're here working every day tirelessly, and sometimes it's not the best when they go out there and they struggle and they face those failures or mistakes, but at the end of the day, being able to shape them as people and baseball players is really the biggest thing that I look forward to.
When you look back at your college baseball journey as a player, Clark, you were teammates there with Nick Warina. We'll see him maybe one more time this season. We'll see about that. And then you were at Southern New Hampshire. You're going to have to remind me if you were there with Jackson Marshall. He's in this league right now. When you look back at it, maybe some of your takeaways, some of your favorite memories wearing the college baseball uniform?
Yeah, I think obviously my time at Clark, I met a lot of lifelong friends, met my girlfriend who is going to be my wife, hopefully in the near future, and a lot of my best friends there. So I think those memories have stuck with me. I talk to Nick all the time. We called today and we're just talking about baseball. And then at SNU, my favorite memories, got to go to 2 College World Series, got to pitch in one of them. And all of those guys, I keep in contact with. I call them every drive that I drive to Norwich. And I think throughout this whole crazy journey of D3, D2, FCBL, I think the biggest thing that baseball has brought me along with the lessons is the people. So it's been truly special.
You're no stranger to the Futures League. You spent some time with Nashville with the Silver Knights. You won a championship there in 2022 with Nashville. Liam Doyle was a part of that roster for a small sample size. He was just taken 5th overall in this past year's draft. How special was it to be a part of that team?
Yeah, it was awesome. Got to win a championship in 2022 there, and it's still one of the craziest experiences of my life. Shout out Kyle Wolf for that homer, and Will Andrews for closing down that game. I think looking back on it, all the guys that I've played with there, it's just awesome, and it's crazy to think that I've played with future big leaguers and guys who are going to be great college coaches, whether they're head coaches, assistant coaches, or whatever they might do in baseball. I've been around a lot of great people, and I'm thankful that Nashville took a chance on me as a temp in 2021. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here today. So
yeah, certainly pretty special moments. Now, after graduating from college, you've decided you want to stay in school to become a teacher. You're an algebra teacher right now. What is that part of your life like?
Yeah, it's crazy to think about it. I get to work with high school kids at a technical school in Lowell, or technically it's in Tingsboro, but just being able to shape them. A lot of my childhood best friends came from public schools. I played at a park where most of my friends were public school kids, and I just love the environment of public schools and being able to really help a lot of kids grow as people and academically.
All right, I'll ask you one last one. It goes beyond the playing field. I don't think the common fan would know that you're also trying to get your doctoral degree as well. Some pretty crazy rides in this journey for you. You've had to take yourself to some college baseball games. You're staying late after class. What has that part been like for you?
My father always wanted a doctor in our family, so I told him this is the only way that you're going to get it because I'm not going to med school. But I think like it's just a testament to my upbringing and the people I've been around throughout my life. They've always taught me to work hard, and if there's something you want, like go get it because, you know, like every day is a gift. And at the end of it all, like I can look back on this and say that I have zero regrets in terms of baseball or my academic career or my teaching career. Like I know that I've tried to make an impact on so many lives, and that's really the best part of it all.
Gitch, as always, thanks for the time, and best of luck here today.
Roll Corns, let's go.
Welcome into the Norwich Sea Unicorns Capital Property Group postgame show. Disappointing night for the Sea Unicorns. They fall tonight to first place Worcester. 5-2 the final score. Norwich now 26 and 29. Norwich now with 6 games remaining in the regular season. They were helped out tonight. Vermont got the job done against the New Britain Bees, and the Westfield Starfires winning in shutout fashion over the Nashua Silver Knights. So that helps reduce that magic number for Norwich. It's whittling down closer to 5 games. Sea Unicorns looking to secure their playoff spot here in the Futures League postseason. Sea Unicorns still with a 1-game lead over the New Britain Bees. Norwich will look to try and get back on track tomorrow afternoon when the Sea Unicorns visit the Westfield Starfires. Norwich will be in Westfield tomorrow and then next Saturday to close out the regular season. Although Westfield has been in the bottom of the Futures League standings, really in the basement, they've been winning a lot of games as of late. Westfield winners against Nashua 4-0. The final score. First pitch tomorrow coming at you from Bullens Field, 1 o'clock Eastern Time. Norwich will be back at home on Tuesday night against the Vermont Lake Monsters. A look at the final numbers here tonight. Worcester 5 runs on 6 hits, no errors. Sea Unicorns dropped this ball game here tonight. 2 runs on 6 hits, 2 errors. Look here at some of the highlights and the scoring from tonight's ball game. The Worcester Bravehearts open the scoring here tonight in the first inning against the Norwich Sea Unicorns. Against Norwich starter Matt Tabbitt. Tabbitt went 4 innings. He allowed 3 earned runs, 5 strikeouts for him, a season high. Really nice to see him find that put-away pitch, something he had yet to really discover this summer. He had no strikeouts over his first 6 innings of work. Worcester would get on the board first. It would be an RBI groundout here in the first inning. Again, soft contact, and it was really that steal a second, and then the throw that leaked into center field would help plate Caleb Woodward. Norwich would get the run back in the home half of the first inning, but how about this stolen base here for Chase Taylor? Again, doing the little things right. Chase Taylor has been a nice little addition for Norwich here this summer. Get yourself into scoring position, and more times than not, that leads to some really nice things. And Norwich, again, and check that. That was actually Charlie Walsh. Has a couple of steals here in this first inning to set the table to get Norwich onto the board here for the first time. Sea Unicorns continuing to execute here, and that's really nice to see. Charlie Walsh gets himself over there to third base. Sea Unicorns continuing to advance some base runners. Worcester Bravehearts would take the lead, however, in the third inning. They would plate 3 runs in the top of that third inning, and a big part of that would come on an RBI base hit by Jackson Marshall. This would be roped out there into left field, and Worcester had a 4-1 lead. That was really the difference here tonight in this ball game. Just that third inning. I'm sure Matt Tabbitt would like to have it back, but how about the stuff tonight from the Amherst product, Matt Tabbitt? He was so good tonight for the Sea Unicorns. I mean, look at his stuff. A real transformation here tonight. You work ahead in counts, just do the little things right, and Matt Tabbitt was excellent. 5 strikeouts here tonight, and it's really nice to see him have some of that success. He was really searching for some of that success with the strikeout, and to have 5 in one night against this offense, that is really something special. Again, he was working ahead and then just working inside. These are tough guys to strike out. Big punch out there. You got to ride your pitches inside of these righty batters. You have to feel comfortable pitching in. Norwich did hit a couple of guys, but you'd rather hit a guy than leave something over the middle of the plate. And then how about the defense here tonight? Matt Tabbitt helping himself out. A little artisan building and remodeling defensive play of the game. Take a look at this little comeback or roll to the mound. Matt Tabbitt says, hey, look what I found. Yeah, right behind the back. He's got it. And then he sends that over to first base and get himself out of the inning. Artisan building and remodeling. They've got you covered. Matt Tabbitt has it covered for himself tonight. And then, again, continuing to work, just mow down the Worcester offense. He was exceptional. The right-hander just all over the strike zone. He's a low ball thrower, a sinker baller. And when he's working downstairs in the zone, he's getting his swings and misses, running his pitches inside. He had a real great night for himself here against the Worcester offense. Casey Wensley would give Worcester some insurance. It would be an RBI base hit into left field, 2 outs and 2 strikes in the inning. This would come off of Brendan Grady. Check that. No, that was the Jackson Marshall RBI base hit. Our apologies. Wrong fire there on the replay transition. That was really what got things done. And then how about Caleb Woodward? Lots of great defense tonight. Caleb Woodward with a diving catch out there in center field. He robs Norwich of a potential run there to make it a 1-run game. You talk about defensive runs being saved. Caleb Woodward made some really nice plays in the outfield here tonight. Got to remember those plays. It was a big part of the ball game here tonight, helping the Worcester Bravehearts pick up the victory here tonight. Winning pitcher goes to Caleb Allen, 3 2/3 of scoreless baseball. His ERA down to 1.78 on the summer. He picks up win number 3 of the summer. He's now 3-1. And the loss to Matt Tabbitt. He's now 0-1 on the summer. 4 innings work, 3 earned runs, struck out 5, just the 1 walk. That's going to wrap things up. Total time of the ball game, 2 hours and 34 minutes. Sea Unicorns drop it. Final score, Worcester 5, Norwich 2. Sea Unicorns will be back at home on Tuesday night. 6:10, the pregame show kicks off. 6:30, first pitch. Vermont Lake Monsters come to Norwich Tuesday and Wednesday. And then the final regular season home game on Thursday night against the New Britain Bees. For everyone with the Norwich Sea Unicorns and SNSN Sports, I'm Adam Plager saying so long and have a great rest of your Saturday night.